if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Here, listen, I'll tell you what, Jonesy. I'll bring the van round to the back of your shop as soon as it gets dark. You help me load the meat onto the van, we'll take it to this mate of mine, he owns a restaurant. Yeah, now, don't look like that. He'll see you all right.
Now, look, Joe, I told you hundreds of times I'm having nothing to do with your black market activities.
Oi, what are you talking about? Black market? He owns a Chinese restaurant.
Well, yellow market, I don't want anything to do with it.
Thomason?
Sir?
Why aren't the men falling in?
Well, possibly because I haven't told them to, sir.
Would you mind telling them
Yes,
now?
of course, yes. All right, just pay attention, you chaps, will you, please? Would you mind just falling in 3 ranks, quick as you can? No time to lose. Right, come on. Right now. Tune. John! Wasn't awfully good, was it? Tune. Stand at ease. Well, Jody, do you think you could perhaps manage to do it at the same time as the others do it?
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
See, it makes the rest of the platoon look so slovenly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sergeant. I'm sorry,
Well,
Sergeant.
it could possibly be the way in which I give the word of command, I suppose.
No, Mr. Wilson, you give a lovely word of command.
Oh.
And if I may say so, you're a little bit refined. See, the sergeants I'm used to drilling under used to bark it out very fiercely, you know, them being mostly of a savage nature. You bark it out, and you will not find me lacking.
You don't want a sergeant, you want an Alsatian.
All right, now. Stop with this bickering. All right, now, perhaps if I was to shout just a little bit louder...
just get on with it.
All right, pay attention now. Platoon, shut! Remarkable, don't you think so, sir?
Yeah. I've only one slight criticism to make.
Mm-hmm.
That is that the rest of the platoon is standing at attention and Jones is standing at ease.
What? Oh, yes, my Jones, so he is. Look, Jonesy, do you think you could possibly manage to get your legs together?
What do you mean, get your legs together? You're supposed to be a sergeant, not a headmistress of a girls' school.
Yes, marvelous, sir. The only slight criticism that I have is that the rest of the squad appears to me to be kind of...
All right. Stand to attention, the rest of you. Very smart, Jones.
Thank you, sir. I got some nice kidneys for Mrs. Mannering.
Don't talk on parade, Corporal. Just put them in the office after the inspection. What's in your pockets, Walker?
That's a pound of granulated and that's a pound of sultanas.
I really must check this sort of thing, you know, before I inspect the troops.
It's disgraceful, Walker. Absolutely disgraceful. If you do that kind of thing again, you'll just have to throw it into the dustbin.
Well, it makes no odds to me. I mean, you've paid for them.
Yeah, well, it wasn't for me, sir. It was for Mrs. Pike.
Godfrey?
Can I have your assistance, sir?
Look your front. And don't wear your hat straight on your head like that. Look like George Formby.
I'm sorry, sir. Would you mind holding that, sir? Is that better, sir?
What's the...
Well, I get a twinge of gout during the damp spells. Fortunately, only in one foot.
You can't come on parade looking like that. All right, stand at ease, everybody. Now, pay attention. Now, it's quite clear to me that this platoon is getting very lax in the matter of personal appearance and discipline. And this is borne out by a signal I've received from the CO. Apparently, he came through here yesterday and did not receive one single salute. Furthermore, a certain Lance Corporal was found to have his hands plunged deep into his trouser pockets.
Permission to confess, sir. Yes. I was that certain Lance Corporal.
I'm surprised at you, Jones. I've always found you most punctilious about saluting.
Yes, sir. Well, that was just a touch of forgetfulness.
Forgetfulness? Can't forget what an officer looks like.
No, I forgot me braces, you see, sir. And I wanted to keep my hands in my pockets because if I'd raise them to salute, I thought the result might seem unseemly.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Well, for the next 5 minutes, we're going to do some saluting. You can give the orders, Jones.
Very good, sir.
And remember, It's the longest way up, 1. Shortest way down, 2. And pay particular attention to this point. Palm to the front, index finger in line with the right eyebrow. Thus. Right?
That's up.
Carry on.
Very good, sir. Squad! Head! Move to the left. Left! Head! Squad! Up!
Longest way up, 1.
Squad! Hoop!
Shortest way down, 2.
Squad! Up!
Longest way up, 1.
Oh, I say, well, bless you. That's rather taken the wind out of my sails. I came in here to be very cross with you, Mr. Mannering. Someone has written something very rude on the back of my spare harmonium.
Really? How does that concern my platoon?
It's in the tower room. Your men sleep in there when they're on fire watch.
Oh, no. My men wouldn't do a thing like that.
Well, they have. Come and see for yourself.
You better come with me, Wilson.
Right, sir. Right.
Carry on saluting. Talk.
Very good, sir. Squad! Hoop!
Shortest way down, 2.
Squad! Up!
Longest way up, 1.
Squad! Hoop!
Shortest way down, 2.
Hurry up, Wilson.
Coming, sir, coming.
Not in very good condition, huh? How are you?
There. What have you got to say to that?
Oh. Well, my men don't do that sort of thing. I'm jolly well going to prove it. Wilson!
I'm just ready, sir. Hold me a moment. Let's go. Oh, God. My goodness me, that's an awfully long way up from here, you know.
Yes. Well, I want you to run down again.
What?
And get Corporal Jones' section up
Oh,
here.
not all the way down there again, sir.
Yes, if you please.
All right. Can I go home, then?
Of course you can't go home. I want you up here as a witness. You can dismiss the rest of the men.
All right.
Now then, where's the instrument?
I beg your pardon?
Where's the instrument that the culprit used?
Oh, here it is. It's a waxed crayon. What's more, it won't rub out.
We better try again. Come on now. Squad! Up!
Longest way up, 1.
Wait a minute, lad. As you wear. Now, listen, when you stick it up in line with the eyebrows, I will get up to the top there and give it a little wiggle at the top, like this, see? Wiggle, wiggle. There you go. Right, now, try again. Squad! Up!
Longest way up, 1. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
All right, Jonesy, that's all right. There's enough of that now. Just get your section together, will you? In single file, and at the double, up to the top of the church tower there. And the rest of them you can send home, all right?
Right, I said, now you heard what the officer said. Rest of you go home, my section, at the double, now! Left, right, 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 left, right.
Come along, Wilson. I want to dispose of this matter as soon as possible.
Really, Mannering, I don't see the point in having the whole platoon come pounding in here with their great big boots.
Look, I'm not having a slur like that hanging over my troops. Every one of my men is going to copy those letters, and you're going to compare the handwriting.
Mr. Mannering, I am here to look after the spiritual needs of my parish, not to play Inspector Hornley investigates.
Ah, where's the sergeant?
What, we still down the bottom, sir. He's a bit breathless, sir.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Well, now, I brought you men up here because you were the last on duty up here.
Sir.
Now, Corporal Jones,
Sir.
you see that word?
Yes, sir.
Have you done that?
Do you mean recently, sir?
Did you write that?
Mr. Mannering, I never thought you could think I was incapable of such improper conduct.
Now, there's nothing personal about this, Jones, but I want you to take that crayon and copy those letters underneath.
What, now?
Now,
What, in front of the public?
in front of the public.
Under the padre?
Don't get on with it.
It's no good, sir. I can't do it, sir.
It's an order, Corporal.
Yeah, perhaps he'd rather do one of his limericks, eh, Jonesy? What? There was a young lady called Vickers who often went out without...
Oh, did that in confidence?
All right. Go on.
All right.
Ah, well, that clears you, Jones.
I want you to know, sir, I did not enjoy that.
Neither did I.
You next, Walker.
My mum wouldn't like that,
Come
Mr.
on,
Mannering.
come on.
Shall I sign it?
I don't see any similarity to you, Vicar.
Don't drag me into it.
Pike, you next.
What's it mean, Mr. Mannering?
All in good time, boy. Right.
Mr. Speak, sir.
Not at the moment, John. Carry on.
Has it occurred to you that somebody has got to remove all this?
Permission to do up, sir.
And not at the moment, please, Jones. Right, Fraser, you're next.
On the refusal, dear B.
Did I hear you all right?
You did, sir. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled.
Permission to report the verger is outside, sir.
I'm 5 minutes late.
No, he's outside the window.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, he's going side to side and up and down.
Well, what? Sainted aunt!
What's he doing outside the window?
Well, I told him to clean the window, but I never expected him to go to that length.
Good heavens. It's a barrage balloon.
What?
He's caught on the cable of a barrage balloon.
Hey, Captain Mannering, I'm back.
Follow me down, Wilson.
Oh, my God. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Yeltman. If you could manage to hang on just a little longer, I'll try and summon assistance.
Mr. Mannering. Oh, Mr. Mannering, the verger has been taken from us.
We'll soon have him under control.
I'm very glad you're here, sir. Something rather odd seems to have happened to the verger.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
No intention of panicking. It's working out what to do.
Vicar, I heard a voice from above.
Yes, it's very distressing for you, Miss Godfrey.
I thought an angel from on high had visited me.
Well, you would, naturally.
And then he cried out unto me, "Help! I'm caught in this ruddy string."
Come on, Wilson. Grab this cable and heave. Come on, Godfrey.
Would you mind holding this, sir?
Oh, throw it away, man.
Don't panic now, don't panic, anyone.
Well, somebody had better panic. This is killing me.
Hold on, Verger. Help is at hand. Right. Heave.
Oh, hey, hang on. Look, it's twisted around that weathercock thing, round the steeple.
Ah, so it is. So, Wilson,
Coming, sir.
you and Pike run up to the top of the tower and then climb up the steeple.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no time for all that palaver. One good heave will bring it away. Come on. Heave!
Oh, well, that's done it.
Look out, Vicar!
Oh, Vicar, do you think this is a judgment on us?
You speak for yourself. I haven't done anything.
Right, here it comes. Steady does it. Grab him.
There you go.
That's it.
Oh, Verger.
Right, I can do him, Walker. Right, hang on, the rest of you.
There you go, son.
How did it happen, Mr. Yateman? Well, I saw this cable thing wrapped round the lamppost.
Well, let that be a lesson to you, not to touch things that don't concern you. You're a troublemaker,
Joe.
Listen, what are we going to do?
I'm going to hang on for a minute while we think what to do.
Well, perhaps if we all let go quite suddenly, it might float away.
Can't do that. This cable goes across any high-tension wires, it could black out a whole county.
Well, we can't hang on here for the rest of our blooming lives.
Well, perhaps if we brought the whole thing down a bit further, we could grab onto the ropes attached to the balloon itself.
Ah, that's a very good idea. Now, what I tell you, heave.
I got a good idea. Yeah. If we brought it down a bit further, we could grab hold of the things which are attached to the balloon itself.
Thank you, Corporal. Right, 1, 2, 3. Heave! One more. Heave! Right, never rope, Pike. Walker. Right up. Jones.
I'm going to grab hold of one of these, I am.
Hold on.
Oi! Who's in charge here?
Who are you knocking about?
Where's Mannering?
He's Piggy in the middle.
Just what sort of game do you think you're playing?
One of these days, I'll have you suspended.
Don't stand there muttering threats. Get that thing shifted. You should never have been allowed to bring it in the first place.
Now, look here, Warden. This is a runaway barrage balloon, and we're trying to control it to prevent any further damage.
Well, get on the phone to the RAF, then, instead of hanging on here like Winnie the Pooh.
That's exactly what I aim to do.
Well, hurry up, then.
Right, come along, Wilson. Come and lend a hand on one of these ropes while we phone for help.
Come along with the Yateman.
No, Vicar, I'm not going up for a second time.
Oh, don't worry, Verger. Lightning never strikes twice.
It does in our family. I was one of twins.
Now, hold steady, everybody, and we'll go and phone for help.
Excuse me, sir. Before you go, I might be excused for a minute.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Come on, Wilson.
Hey! If you think I'm hanging on here, you're mistaken.
Oi! Here, just pretend you're the Statue of Liberty.
This is a military matter, and my duty is to see that he phones properly. Wait, Miss Godfrey, come on to this. Come on, dear, get hold of it. Oh, come
Well,
on.
that's no good. There's not much meat on her.
Don't worry, she's got big bones.
Be brave. Remember Joan of Arc.
Wilson,
Yes, sir?
double round and get as many of the platoon as you can. Hurry.
Oh, my God.
Hello.
Operations.
Captain Mannering, Warmington-on-Sea Home Guard here. I have to report that my men and I have just captured one of your runaway balloons.
Just a moment. Anyone lost a balloon?
There's one address from E Sector, Balloon Amy.
Will you speak?
Not now. There's some bandits coming in over 26. Take the details and notify Barrage Command.
Very good, sir. Could I have the address, please?
St Albans Church Hall, Warmington-on-Sea.
Is the balloon attached to anything?
Well, not now, it isn't. Was wrapped round a verger.
On her way to choir practice, was she?
Look, we can't have all this rubbish. Give me that. The point is this, is it dangerous?
Well, not unless it catches fire.
Catches fire? Did you hear that? It can catch fire.
Look, don't let anyone smoke near it and we'll get someone round before nightfall.
Before nightfall?
No, give this to me. Look, my men can't hold on all that time.
Well, couldn't you tie it to something?
What do you suggest we tie it to?
Give me that. They're not tying it to anything. It must be shifted and that's final.
Perhaps the ARP people could help you.
Ah, yes, that's a good idea. Get in touch with the ARP people. I am the ARP people.
Bandits 18, Scramble 7.
Sorry, I have to go now. We'll send help as soon as possible.
Yes, but she's rung off. Now, look, you're in charge, and this is your responsibility. That thing must be shifted and shifted sharp.
Oh, don't worry, Warden. I'm quite capable of dealing with this situation.
I don't know how we can hang on any longer. What are we going to do?
Now, pay attention, man. I've got one or two words to say to you.
Surely to God he's not going to make a speech.
Now, the RAF is coming to our assistance.
He is, you know.
But naturally, they're very busy nowadays. Don't forget that Hitler is still poised across the Channel, and not one of our chaps can afford to relax his vigilance for one solitary moment.
Oi, I'm not standing here listening to you making a speech. Get that thing shifted.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Listen, why don't we walk this into Pinnerfields and tie it to a tree or something?
Now, that's the first sensible thing anybody said for the last half hour. Why didn't you think of that?
I was just about to suggest it.
Yes, sir. I've got a good idea. Why don't I run and fetch my lorry, and then we can tie the balloon to it, and that will prevent it being wafted away by an unpleasant breeze. Another idea, sir. We could walk it into Pinner Woods and tie it to a tree or something.
Yes, I'll take your place. You go and get the van.
Very good, sir. I shall return here at 6 o'clock hours.
Vicar, I think if I were you, I should cancel the confirmation class today.
Wonderful Amy, how can you blame me for loving you? Since you've won the praise of every name. Amy, wonderful Amy.
Lock time! Balloon! Halt! Excellent mooring place, men. Hold it down your end, men. I'll secure the cable. Let go your end, Jones.
All clear this end, sir.
Right. Round the trunk for safety.
Right, sir. Jump to it.
Up.
Don't panic, Mr. Manring! Don't panic!
Oh, a mess you made of this, haven't you? Well, don't just stand there gulping. Do something. Well, you got a van, haven't you? Yes, of course. Right here. Oh, come on. Come on, Ass. Come on. Into the van. Come on. Come on. Into the van. Quick, Josie. Follow that balloon. you. Come, get off that. I'm commandeering it. Come on, off. Get off.
Can you see it, Mr. Wilson?
Seems to be getting higher and higher.
He'll go up each time he encounters hot air.
He's never been short of that.
Right, I've got that. Unidentified object in C sector, sir.
Great Scott, where did that come from?
Perhaps it sneaked in at wave level.
Straddle 7 Squadron.
Get me down! The wind's strong! Get a ladder!
He's above the cabin. I can't see him.
Here's the observation drill, Joe.
Righto. Come on, Taffy.
Ready, 2, 3. Open 2, 3. Up 2, 3.
Get me down!
Blimey. Here, you better turn around, Jonesy. The wind's changing.
This is ridiculous. We can't even go back and forward like this all our lives.
I know, Mr. Wilson. We must shoot holes in it, and that will evacuate its gases.
Well, do you think that's wise, Jonesy?
Well, blimey, we've got to do something, haven't we?
All right, well, do try and take aim carefully.
Surely even your lot couldn't miss a barrage balloon.
Yes, but can you miss Captain Mannering?
Keep us steady, Jonesy. Have a go, Pike. You're right, he's still kicking. I tell you what, let's give him 3 rounds each. I won't if you don't mind. Now, you can push it down again if he comes in low.
Righty, hooligans! What do you think you're playing at? Cowboys or Indians?
Whatever it is, it's moved to 8 now.
Hey, Charlie Leading, huh? I spotted it. It's a ruddy balloon. Hey, wait a minute. There's a little fat round thing on the other end. Tally ho!
It's coming lower. Hey, better come down fast. The way the wind's blowing, he'll finish up in Belgium.
Oi, you! Off! I'm commandeering this. Go on. Right. Drive on.
He's getting lower.
Try and catch him before he gets to the bend, Jonesy.
Right. It's no good, Wilsie. He's going across the field now.
Oh, no.
That was wonderful. It was like the whole world shook.
Take the first on the right, Mr. Jones. It's a short cut. Such a pretty walk in summer.
Here, can't you go any faster, Jonesy?
What do you mean? We're doing 20 now.
Come on! You go quicker than that if you had a big ugly Nazi behind you.
Well, you're not exactly Ronald Coleman, you know.
There's the balloon ahead on the bridge.
Get me out of here!
Don't let go. All right. I'm all right. Only a few scratches. Where's the balloon? It's all right, sir. It's all right. Everything's under control.
Hold on, you chaps.
You've done it again! Get into the van! Follow the crew!
kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
There is a lady sweet and kind, was never face so pleased my mind. I did but see her passing by, yet will I love her till I die. Her gestures, motions, and
I think that'll be enough of that fight, thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Mannering.
We'll learn as you grow older that the bank manager's office is no place for singing.
Sorry, Mr. Mannering.
Morning, Frank. Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, Wilson.
It's good news about the Home Guard dance, isn't it, sir?
Oh, well, all work and no play, you know, Pike. Besides, it gives our wives and sweethearts a feeling that they're part of the grand effort. Makes them feel that we're all pulling in the same direction.
Does that mean we can bring a friend, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. Who did you have in mind? One of your old Boy Scout friends?
No, sir. I was going to bring a girl.
A girl? Oh, well, I suppose that's what dances are for, really, yes. Discuss it with Corporal Jones. He's in charge of the invitations.
Yes, sir. I'll bring you coffee in a minute, sir.
Thank you.
There is a lady...
Pike.
Sorry, forgot.
I'm not at all satisfied with that boy's work recently, you know. Never seems to stop humming.
Well, I think he's just letting his thoughts dwell on his private life, sir.
Oh, don't be absurd, Wilson. He hasn't got a private life. Mere boy.
Well, he's going on 19, and he's walking out with an axe.
With a what?
An ATS girl.
Good heavens. You should put a stop to that at once. We never know where these girls come from.
She's a local girl, actually, and she's on leave, and her name is Violet Gibbons.
I know that girl.
Oh, yes?
Her mother used to clean for us twice a week. Obliging, as she used to call it.
Yes, well... now her daughter's obliging Frank.
Wait a minute. Hadn't that girl used to work in a fish and chip shop?
Yes, that's right. That's the one, sir, yes.
Oh, no. Wrong sort of background altogether. The bank doesn't like that sort of thing, you know.
Well, what sort of thing?
You know perfectly well what sort of thing. The wrong girl could ruin that boy's entire career in the bank. What does his mother say?
Well, she doesn't know.
Well, you'd better have a word with him.
Well, why me?
Well, the boy hasn't got a father. You've been friendly with his mother for years. I should think you're the next best thing.
Just because I happen to know Mrs. Pike quite well doesn't mean that I've got to act as a Dutch uncle to Frank.
You worry me sometimes, you know, Wilson. You'd do anything rather than face up to your responsibilities. You've never really grown up, have you? You're not a middle-aged chief clerk at all. You're a sort of Peter Pan. I don't know how you expect ever to get your own branch.
Well, be that as it may, Frank Pike is not my responsibility.
And I'm sure a lot of people will be very pleased to hear that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's no business of mine. But this is a very small town, Wilson. Tongues wag. People put two and two together, you know. You and Mrs. Pike arrived here about the same time, both from Weston-super-Mare. You look at that boy in certain lights, you know, there is a resemblance, the same hairline. He has certain characteristics, like pulling the lobe of his ear.
The whole idea is outrageous. I mean to say, Mavis would have mentioned it.
No, I'm sure it's just idle gossip, but I think a word from you would come best.
All right, so then I'll have a chat to him.
Good. By the way, don't make any appointments for me after 3 o'clock this afternoon. I have a meeting in the church hall with the dance committee.
All right, right.
A lovely day tomorrow.
Now, as this dance is in the nature of a recreation, I thought it better if we were to meet in this friendly and relaxed way rather than a more formal atmosphere. Yeah, pay attention, Walker. Don't lean on the desk. Now, I thought it best, and please correct me if you think I'm wrong, that we should each be responsible for one aspect of Operation Dance.
Mr. Mannering,
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, on behalf of the men present, it's a very nice idea.
Thank you very much, Jones. Now, what, I ask myself, are the essential ingredients? What do we need for a successful dance?
A floor.
I'm not actually asking for suggestions at this stage, Walker. As I see it, there are 3 things. Music to dance to, food for the inner man, and drink for conviviality.
There's another thing we need, sir.
What is that?
Women.
I think we can take that for granted.
Yeah, what about the booze, though, sir? I mean, that's very difficult, you know what I mean? It's almost impossible.
Aye, but you can get it for us, can't you, Joe?
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I've got contacts.
Yes, well, in this case, I don't think we need to trouble you, Walker. The secretary of the golf club has agreed to stand by us in the matter of drink.
Sucks to you, Joe.
Yeah. Where do you think the golf club get it from?
All right. Now we come to the question of food.
If it's any help, I'm rather good at making maids of honor.
Blimey, that's a relief all round.
Actually, no, they're little buns with some icing on the top of them.
Yes, I'm sure they'll be most welcome, Godfrey. Can you help us in this matter, Jones?
Yes, sir. I have earmarked 6 pounds of sausages. More than that, I cannot do.
Oh. We'll be very grateful for those.
No, I tell a lie. I've also earmarked some fat for frying. Then we can put them in the fat and fry them.
Sir, we can cut them up into quarters and put them into sausage rolls.
Yes, that's a very stimulating suggestion. For my part, I think I can say that Mrs. Mannering would manage to throw a case around them. She's very ingenious in that sort of way. Now, this brings us to the band. Now, in these troubled times, this is a very difficult question. Miss Rowlands and her colleagues have offered their services. You may remember they used to play in the afternoons at the Marigold tea rooms.
I don't think we ought to have too much of that jazz music.
Blimey, there's not much chance of that with Miss Rowlands. Talk about Nat Gunella.
What we need is some good tunes.
Tell Me Pretty Maiden is a very nice tune.
Yeah, and any old iron.
You can't dance to any old iron.
Well, Harry Champion does.
Listen, sir, I mean, it's none of my business, but if you get that Miss Rowlands and that friend of hers with the buns on her ear holes and that cello between her legs and that old bat from the library playing on the harp, we might as well all go home.
I don't often agree with you, Joe, but this time, by God, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Yes, well, I think there's some force in what you say, Walker. Question is, where are we to find any musicians?
What about the Salvation Army?
Oh, that's a marvellous idea, the Salvation Army. Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners for what a friend we have in Jesus.
Walker. May I remind you that we are on church property?
I'm sorry, sir, but honestly, the Salvation Army... Here, listen, I'll tell you what. One of the lads in the platoon, he can play the piano. Now, there's an RAF holding station down at Goddleston. Now, I'll pop down there and see what they got.
Oh, good. Splendid. Well done. Well, Operation Dance is well and truly launched, and I think we can say that we can bring her to harbour safely and successfully.
Barring torpedoes.
Barring.
I don't think those pictures ought to be back to back like that. I mean, it looks as if they've had an argument.
You've got to take them down.
I think you better. I mean, it looks ridiculous like that. I mean,
I got the rosettes here, Wilson.
Right. Oh, good. Well done, sir. Good.
That's the secretary for you, MC for Jones, and the chairman for me.
Oh, great. That's very good, sir. Who wears the wine one?
I'm giving you that to Walker.
Oh, I see. I thought the secretary of the golf club was taking care of all that.
Yes, well, when it came to the point, he couldn't get the extra drink,
Oh, I
but...
see.
I think that'll be all right, sir.
Yes, I think so. Put those in the office, would you?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Have you had a word with that boy yet?
No, not yet, sir. No.
Why not?
Well, the opportunity hasn't presented itself, sir.
Just presented itself now. He's in my office.
Well, you can't just nosedive into a personal matter like this, you know. You need the right sort of atmosphere. I mean, a log fire, a cozy chair, a pipe, a glass of port.
Peter Pan.
My God, Mannering, you can hit pretty low when it suits you.
Mr. Mannering, sir, I want to speak to you. Now, I was lying in bed last night and I suddenly had an idea.
Really?
I thought, what about a cabaret? You see, I do some very good humorous monologues and various forms of mimicry. And Fraser, he does a marvellous Highland sword dance.
Yes. Well, I'll mention it to the committee.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Jock, I spoke to Mr. Mannering about your sword dance.
I've got right off the idea.
I think I'll go and see what Mr. Mannering wants me to do.
No, Frank, no. Don't go yet. My goodness me. We've never had a chance, have we, really, to be alone together, have a, you know, cozy little chat.
Haven't we, Uncle?
Yeah, well, looking forward to the dance, are you?
Oh. Yes, thank you, Uncle.
Yes, well, you don't have to keep on calling me Uncle, you know.
Sorry, Sergeant.
Or that either. I mean, both grown up, men of the world. I'm Frank. No, I'm not. You're Frank. I'm Arthur.
How'd you do?
Anyway, you're quite grown up now, you know, Frank, aren't you? I mean, we can both look each other in the eye, can't we? Talk, man to man.
Nice, isn't it?
Yes, well, there are heaps of things we can talk about, you know, things that we've never talked about before.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, would you stop saying it's nice, Frank? It's terribly irritating.
I'm sorry, Uncle. Sergeant.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Yes, all right, Frank. All right. I'm sorry, Frank. I didn't mean to upset you.
Well, that's all right. Arthur. It's very nice being able to talk man to man, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice. Good, I mean, good. Nice.
Well, what should we talk about, then?
What? Well, Well, we've, have we? We've never really had a chance to have a little chat about girls, have we?
Oh, that. Oh, I know all about the birds and bees and things.
No, I didn't mean that.
Miss Beckworth told us.
Oh, good.
She knows quite a bit about girls.
Yes, I'm sure she does, yes.
She knows a good deal about boys as well.
What I would like to know is who are you going to take to the dance with you?
Well, I thought I'd take my girlfriend, Violet Gibbons.
Precisely, yes. Violet Gibbons, yes. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
Why? You don't want to take her, do you?
Well, certainly not. I don't know, do I?
I didn't think you did. She's wonderful. She's the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world. I love her, Uncle Arthur. When I woke up this morning, I wanted to run to the top of the church tower and shout it to the winds. I love Violet Gibbons, I wanted to shout, but I didn't.
I think you're very wise. I mean, so many mistakes can be made. I mean, so much is to be thought about. Is she suitable, for instance?
Suitable for what?
Oh, for the bank.
Well, why she wasn't going to the bank? I mean, she's in the ATS.
No, my dear boy, no. I didn't mean that. I mean, after the war, when all this is over. You see, when you come back.
Well, she won't want to go into the bank then. She'll be married to me.
Married?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes, I suppose so, yes.
We're going to surprise everyone at the dance tonight. I'm going to announce our engagement in the middle of it, just like Jack Oakey did with Zazu Pitts.
No, Frank. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, you've got to think of your mother. It would give her a terrible shock.
Oh, no. When Jack Oakey did it with Zazu Pitts, she thought it was the best bit of the whole film.
Frank, I think it's just possible that this may be different.
Well, obvious to me you've made an absolute mess of it.
Well, in that case, why don't you talk to him, sir?
No. That wouldn't be a good idea at all. You must get somebody nearer to his own age group. Try Walker.
No, I don't think it'd do any good me having a word with him. I mean, you know, when he wants to, he can be very pig-headed. Here, what about his mum? Has she washed her hands of the whole thing?
No, Joe, I didn't mean that, you see, Mavis doesn't even know the girl exists. I mean, if he blurts all this out of the dance, I mean, she'll make the most awful scene.
Yeah. Here, what about if I have a word with Violet?
Yes, that's not a bad idea. Violet? You know Violet?
Well, you know it is. Well, you know, I was a bit keen on her once when she worked in Woolworths, you know.
Ah, yeah.
And when she went to work in a fish shop, I don't know, somehow it was sort of different. I mean, it was all right watching football out in the open, you know, but when she got hot in the pictures... I mean, you know, people used to shift their seats. And a man finds that humiliating, doesn't he?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Perhaps you could have a word with her, Joe. Perhaps she could persuade him not to be too hasty.
Yeah. She tried to persuade me that way once. Mind you, I never was a good listener.
Oh, Johnny, how you can love.
You settle down there and point your music out in that direction, see?
Corporal Jones.
Yes, sir, I'm just finishing my preparations for the dance up.
Where's Mr. Manley?
Oh, Mr. Manley, be very quickly. He's bringing the sausage rolls, you see, and he wants to arrive here with his good lady and in time to greet all the guests personally, whom I shall announce.
You know, it's a funny thing. I've never met Mrs. Mannering.
Oh, they're a very devoted couple, you know. Only she don't get about much, you see.
Oh, Jonesy,
You know.
that microphone's all right now. All you've got to do is switch it on.
Yeah, right.
Evening, Vicar. Yeah, that piano's on the blink, isn't it? You've got a note missing.
Oh, dear, is it an important one?
Well, it is if you're playing the mood. He goes, da-dee-thump-dee-da-thump, da-dee-thump-dee-da-thump.
Oh, I think that's rather catchy.
Didn't know he was a sporting vicar, did you?
Here, listen, Jonesy. Don't let Pikey get anywhere near that microphone.
Don't tell me he's going to announce his engagement.
Well, you know what it is. We've all tried to talk to him, but... Here, listen, I've got to nip off now. I've got to meet my birds. They're down in the Horse and Groom.
Hey, listen, where's Mr. Mannering? He's supposed to be bringing the sausages.
Oh, look, he's just come in. He's over there taking his coat off.
Right. Here, Mr. Mannering, please can I have the sausages as I wish to display them?
I think it's been a bit of a mishap, Jones. My wife made a miscalculation and most of them are burnt to a cinder.
I'm very distressed to hear that, Mr. Mannering.
Yes, I'm very sorry, Jones.
Well, don't upset yourself, sir. Only sausage rolls, just don't upset yourself.
Well, I was very vexed, naturally. I gave her a very good dressing down.
That's a very nasty eye you got there, Mr. Mannering.
Yes, I bumped into the door of the linen cupboard.
Yes. Well, if you and your good lady stand over there, I'll announce the guests.
Yes, well, Mrs. Mannering won't be joining us this evening.
Oh, I hope she's not poorly or anything of that fashion.
I'd rather not go into it if you don't mind, Jones.
No, so, right.
I'll just greet the guests alone.
Right, so, yes, well, you just stand here, so like that, and in your greeting the guest position, you know, so like that.
Oh, no.
And keep nice and calm, so all right, so...
Do you think we should have some music?
Yes, of course. Have you got any nice, quiet greeting the guest music?
How about trees?
Trees. Would trees suit you, sir?
Oh, yes, admirably, thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that'll
very
be all right, trees, sir. Now, you keep calm, sir. You keep calm, sir. Right, sir. Right, now, ready with the drinks? Right. Hats and coats, all right? You've got your tickets? They'll be here in a minute, you see? All right. Right, here we go, then. Blimey, you got here early enough.
8 o'clock, it says on the ticket.
Ticket? I never gave you no ticket.
The vicar gave it to me.
Will you just take it easy on the meat paste sandwiches before our lads arrive?
I don't want your meat paste sandwiches.
Don't take any notice of him. He always was a troublemaker.
I'm not a troublemaker, he's the troublemaker. We never did find out who wrote that rude word on the harmonium.
Are you insinuating that I had something to do with it?
I'm not insinuating anything, but why are you blushing? That's what we'd like to know.
I'm waiting, Jones.
Yes, certainly, sir. Mr. and Mrs. Henry Yateman. Go on, shake hands with the captain.
What, with me hat on?
I knew you was a troublemaker. Go and put your hat on over there. Go on, put it on that table.
Hello, Jonesy, you having trouble?
I tell you one thing, his joint will be all gristle next week.
It was all gristle last week. That's all you ever sell.
Come away, Anthea.
Right, ladies, now, what's your pleasure? Or failing that, what you going to have to drink?
Here, wait a minute. I've got to announce you first.
Oh, well, this is Doris and this is Dora. They're twins.
Blimey, I thought I was seeing double. Here, which is which?
I don't know. One kicks and the other one bites, so what's the odds?
I'll announce you as Mr. Walker and Party.
Yeah, no, don't do that. The party comes later.
Right. Mr. Walker and Parties.
You know, Mr. Mannering? Blimey, where'd you get that from?
From the linen cupboard door, Walker.
What's the matter? Hasn't your old woman got a rolling pin?
Mr. and Mrs. Dowding. Mr. and Mrs. Eccles. Hello, Mr. Godfrey. My word. You do look smart.
Dear me, some of the gentlemen aren't even wearing dinner jackets.
Oh, you've done us proud this evening, Mr. Godfrey.
Our dear father used to say that one was never embarrassed by being too well dressed.
I'm not quite sure he was right.
Mr. and Mrs. Focus.
Me and your Jake.
Hello, Mr. Fraser.
This is my wee niece. Her name's Blodwin.
Hello, Miss Blodwin. How are you? Nice to see you.
I think it's only fair to warn you, Jonesy. If you say one word about my kilt, I'll bash your face in.
You look very nice.
Thanks.
Mr. Fraser and Miss Blodwin.
Yeah. Good evening. My
Fraser.
Hi.
How do you do, Miss Blodwin? Nice to have you with us.
I'm sorry.
I see your niece is a land girl.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to put on a dress.
Oh, don't worry about that, my dear. Your partner amply made up for it.
I don't know how you got that black eye, Captain, but I can't find how you're going to get another.
Mr. Godfrey and Miss Godfrey.
Take my arms.
Oh, it's just like old times, Charles.
Hello, Mr. Jones. Have you seen my Frank anywhere?
Not yet, Mrs. Pike.
Oh, Arthur, what on earth can have happened to him?
Mabel, don't worry. You worry much too much, you know. Ridiculous.
Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Pike.
You know my sister, don't you, Captain?
Yes, of course. How nice to see you again, Miss Godfrey.
By Jove, that's a nasty eye.
Yes, I rather stupidly ran into the door of the linen cupboard.
A little bit of folded Christmas card is awfully good for that.
What, for a black eye?
Oh, no. For keeping the linen cupboard doors shut.
What you really need is a hot onion.
Oh, no, Charles, dear. That's for earache.
Oh, no, mustard plasters for earache.
No, darling, no. That's for backache.
It's just a little confusing, isn't it?
It is rather, yes. Go and have a drink, coffee.
Don't you, Mr.
Excuse me, Mr. Mannering. Isn't it time we had a dance?
Yes, indeed it is. I'll tell Jones to start. Jones, start the dancing. Start the dance.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. My consort's just arrived. Mr. Jones and Mrs. Prosser. Good evening, Captain.
Mrs. Prosser, how do you do? I think we've met, have we?
Excuse me, my dear. I just got to get along. Mr. Mannering looked after you. Give us a ta-ra. Right.
1, 2, 3, 1. Steady on.
Oh, Jonesy, don't do that. It's not a barometer, it's a microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners for a quick step. 1, 2, 3. How did that go?
Hello, now the fun starts. Here comes Pikey.
Mr. Mannering, I'd like to introduce my fiancée, Violet Gibbons.
How do you do, Miss Gibbons? I knew your mother.
Arthur and Fred, just come in with Frank.
Oh, don't worry about them, Mavis. We've got the wine, the music, and each other.
Arthur, I'm having none of that. You wait till you're asked.
Come on, then.
Well done, Mr. Wilson.
Well, I can't keep it up all night walking, you know.
This is Mrs. Prosser. This is my friend of mine.
Arthur, I should just have to sit down. That's 10 dances without a single break.
I could go on all night, Mavis.
Well, Arthur, that's not like you at all.
I'd like to make my announcement now, Mr. Walker.
No, you can't do that, Pikey. The amplifier's packed up.
All right.
Why don't you belt up?
Don't you talk nice to like that.
Now, you turn up nice and loud, Mr. Walker.
No, Pikey, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because Jones is going to make an announcement.
What's he going to announce? The band's just taking a break.
Yeah, he's going to announce his cabaret.
No, not Mr. Manning says I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, yes, you are. He's changed his mind.
Well, I'll make my announcement.
Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, now cabaret time comes to Warmington on Sea, and with his famous impersonations of stars of stage, screen, and radio, the one and only, your friend and mine, Jolly Jack Jones.
Corporal Jones is on the air. Oh, can't you hear the chimes? They're telling you to take an easy chair. When sitting in the dance hall, shout out your radio times. Corporal Jones at 8 is on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give you a few difficult impersonations of well-known wireless personalities. And who's the first one we see come along here but our old friend, that good chap, good-hearted Arthur Askey. Hello, playmates. I thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, who else do we see coming round the road but a well-known chap we all like very much, Jolly Jack Warner, with his bicycle and his little girl. Oh, little girl. Not yet. Mind my bike. Up and down the railway lane. Now, ladies and gentlemen, by way of a grand finale, I'd like to give you that well-known Hollywood man, George Arliss, in that well-known Hollywood film, The House of Rothschild. Thank you. Well, Councillor Grants, have you decided to accept my offer? The offer of the House of Rothschild. You refuse. Very well, Councillor Grants. I will take my departure. But before I go, one word of warning. Remember that those who dig graves for others usually finish by sleeping in those graves themselves. Good night, Councillor Grants, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Jones, get back. Go and do Charles Lawton.
I don't do Charles Lawton.
Do Freddie Bartholomew.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, blimey, it's too late.
I'd like to make a very important announcement since you're all gathered here tonight and we're all having such a good time. I'd like to introduce you.
Joy supreme that came to us in the gloom. You know it isn't a dream. It's love.
Oh. Hello, Wilson. I didn't realize you were still here.
Oh, Lord. What happened? Did you get locked out too, sir?
Oh, no, not at all. Elizabeth's very absent-minded, you know. I think she probably put the catch on not realizing that I was in.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello, Uncle. Mr. Mannering.
Frank, couldn't you get in either?
No. Mum threw bucket of water over me. That's what she does to the kids.
I see. Well, it's supposed to cool their ardour, you see.
Yeah, well...
Very good.
Certainly does that, Uncle. Don't think I'll get married after all.
Well, I think you're very wise, Frank. I never did.
Oh, it was a super dance, though, Mr. Mannering.
Oh, yeah, yeah, very good.
Yeah. It was a pity Fraser had to hit the Verger over the head with that altar cannon.
I think it all started when Jonesy tried to stuff that maid of honor down Mrs. Verger's dress, shouting, "Coals for Newcastle."
Walker's no business to take those two girls down into the crypt, you know. The vicar will be very distressed about that. Sort of thing leaves a very nasty taste in the mouth.
Yeah. Still, it was a good dance, though, wasn't it?
Oh, I think we should have these get-togethers on occasionally. Helps our wives and sweethearts to think that we're all pulling...
In opposite directions.
Yeah.
Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Welcome to Warmington-on-Sea. Blimey, what a dump. You know, I joined the Navy to see the world. I didn't expect to get stuck on the end of a ruddy pier.
I don't know what you're grumbling at, mate. You got on for nothing, didn't you? Before the war, you'd have had to pay a penny. What's the time, mate?
4 o'clock.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Another 2 hours and it'll be Ted-Art to sunny Warmington-on-Sea for good.
Yeah. I wonder who'll be doing this rotten job every night when we've gone.
What, there's a new detachment of Matlows due in a week's time?
Well, in that case, someone had better send a telegram to Hitler telling him not to invade for the next few days. Because there won't be anybody here to stop him.
Oh, yes, there will, mate. The PO said the Home Guard are taking over for the week.
The Home Guard? Blimey. God help poor old England.
Now, before we move off, I'll just go through the details once more.
Oh, Lord, not again.
What did you say, Sergeant?
I'm sorry, sir. I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Now, we've been entrusted with the highly responsible task of manning the machine gun post at the end of the pier here for the next 4 nights. Now, you will observe that the pier has been blown up in the middle here. Now, that's to stop the enemy from landing troops there. Now, I'm sure you'll agree with me that we shall need a boat to get us from this point of the pier here to this end of the pier here.
Here.
Now, we have a dinghy, but unfortunately, it will only hold 3 people at a time. so we shall have to make several trips. We shall also need somebody to row the boat.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to volunteer to row the boat from that end of the pier to that end of the pier, sir.
Yes, but I think it should be somebody who's more used to it.
No, please, let me do it. Let me do it, sir.
Sit down. Fraser, you were in the Navy. You can row the boat.
Aye, sir.
Now, the plan is this. We shall all proceed to the end of the pier here, and we shall embark from these steps here. Now, you, Fraser, will take Samuels and myself over first. Then you'll row back and pick up Walker and Jones. Take them across. Then you'll row back and pick up Pike and Godfrey. Row them across. And then...
Row back and pick up yourself.
I shan't tell you. Now, let's just do a check-up on what food we have, because we're going to be stuck out on the end of the pier all night.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes?
I have prepared 3 pounds of savoury sausages and I cooked them dinner time.
Good, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And I have the mustard, sir. English, French, or German, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I think we just take the English and the French. You got?
Made a nice fruit cake.
Splendid.
And I brought some apples and tomatoes from my garden, sir.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of whiskey, sir.
Hey.
Don't worry, it's on the house.
Oh, well, whatever else happens, we shan't starve, shall we, Wilson?
No, that sounds positively a gastronomic orgy.
Yes. It does indeed. What have you brought?
Well, I've got a quarter of a pint of acid drops, you see. Well,
really? I'd never have guessed. Right, well, I think that's all. There's only... Pike. You must not wear a coloured scarf with your uniform. How many times do I have to tell you? Take that off at once.
Oh, me mum says I mustn't take it off. I get croup.
Croup? Chickens get that, don't they?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Well, he gets it as well.
Really? Yeah. Extraordinary. Perhaps he should bring some eggs.
Very nice little joke, sir. Very good. Yeah.
Right, now then, come along. Let's move off as quickly as we can. I want to get settled down on the end of the pier before darkness sets in.
Very good, sir.
Come on.
Yes.
Now, men, I want you to pay very careful attention to the way I get into the boat. Don't want anyone to fall in the water. You understand? Right. I will observe that I keep one foot on the ladder, here, and one hand on the post, here. The other foot is in the boat, thus. Turn it down, please. Turn the boat round.
I wish you'd make up your mind what way you want to get in the boat.
Keep the boat still, Fraser.
I'm giving it as still as I can. Put out of my face.
Oi. Pay very careful attention to Mr. Mannering getting into the boat. Don't want anyone to fall in the water, do we?
Move over, Fraser. I can't get in.
How can I move over? I'm the one who's supposed to be doing the rowing. Get! Oh, you kicked me in the stomach, you stupid Sassenach.
How dare you speak to me like that? Take this man's name, Wilson. Right.
Come in, number 27.
Walker, report to me in the amusement arcade.
Come on, sir. Here we are. Just a bit more, sir. That's it. Well done. There you are, sir. Well done.
Right, thank you, Wilson. Right, go back for the others now, Fraser. And get them in the boat properly this time.
Ah! Come on, down, you slanted government, let get you.
What did he say?
I have no idea, sir. I think it must have been in Gaelic.
Whatever it was in, it sounded very rude.
Very nasty indeed. Very unpleasant, I think.
Ah. Oh, well. This is all right, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely delightful.
Ah. Now we'll set up the machine gun out here.
Right, oh, yes, right.
And we'll take it in turns to go on watch.
Right, sir.
Good. Oh, I say. Hammock here. Good. I'll take that.
Oh, no, really, sir.
What's the matter?
Well, I really must protest, sir. Just because you're the officer, you don't have to take the hammock. I mean, you don't even say, may I take the hammock? Or even, do you mind if I take the hammock? You just strut over there, put your hand up and say, I'm taking that. I mean, it's just the sort of behaviour I cannot stand.
I'm very sorry, Wilson. Perhaps it was a little unthinking of me, a little undemocratic. But you know that I'm the last person in the world to take advantage of my position.
Oh, really, sir?
We shall take it in turns, of course.
Thank you.
But I shall use it first. Walker. Good crossing.
Well, sea's getting a bit choppy, sir.
Yes.
Do you mind if I sit down for a minute, sir? I feel a little queer.
Oh, right, set the gun up outside. Go on, Walker. Out on the sandbag. And see that it's covered up. Don't want the salt air to get at it. Hitler kicks off tonight. We shall be in the thick of it. Matter of fact, I wish he would have a go. I'm spoiling for a fight.
Are you really, sir? Hello, that hammock looks cosy. Who's going to have that?
We're taking it in turns.
Captain Mannering is going first.
Is he? Yeah. I am surprised.
Put the blackouts up.
Right.
And you, Sergeant.
All right, sir.
Hello, sir. Captain Mannering reporting. Yes, we've taken up our positions. We're ready for anything that Hitler can throw at us tonight. Yes. No. Snug as a bug in a rug here, yes. And I can assure you, sir, that if Jerry does get past us, it'll be over our dead bodies. Thank you very much, sir. Goodbye. That's the sort of fighting talk they like at GHQ, you know, Wilson.
Here we are, sir. Fraser and I are here, and young Pike, he's tying up the boat to fast. Listen!
What's that sound?
It's the wind in the girders.
Aye, that's what you'd call it. But there's somebody like myself that's been spent his entire life at sea. Cry of ancient mariners, lost in the deep. There it is again. Can you not hear the tormented cries for help? I did that speech at the Drama Society's production of Life. That was the best thing, innit?
I'm very glad we didn't go to see it.
Tie the boat up, Mr. Mannering.
Right, then now gather round. I'll give you your orders for the night. Now, we're on duty here until 6:30 in the morning. The time now is 5 minutes to 2100 hours.
No, sir, no. It's 20:55, sir.
Yes, well, that's what the time is.
Yes.
Now, I worked out a rota, and it works out at an hour and a half's guard duty for each man. Now, you better take the first trick, Godfrey. That'll be from 2100 to 2230. Corporal Jones, 2230 to 2400 hours. And you, Walker, will take 2400 hours to 2530.
No, sir. It's 1:30, you see. Start again when you get to 2400.
All right, 1:30.
We're only trying to explain it.
Yes, all right. Well, you're the first on, Godfrey.
Yes,
Go on,
Godfrey.
Go on,
out you go.
Go on outside. Go on.
Now, about some food. I'm starving. Where's the food, Pike?
I left it in the boat.
Well, go get it, you stupid boy.
I'm going, all right. Oh. Who's having the hammock?
I am. We're taking it in turns.
Oh, yes, sir. Nothing like the hammock, sir. It's all cosy. It wraps itself right round you, sir.
Yes.
You know, in Nelson's days, when the sailors came into port, they used to take their wives aboard. See, that stopped them getting restless, you see, sir. But the trouble was, you didn't know who was in what hammock. So you used to hang a leg over the side. And when the coxswain come in this morning, he used to run his hand up their legs to see if it was a man's leg or a woman's leg. Hence the saying, show a leg.
Oh, there you are, Pike. Put the food on the table. Can't wait to get my teeth into one of your sausages, Jones.
I done them just as you like them, sir. All brown and crispy on the outside and nice and pink in the middle. Very tasty. Very sweet.
Don't stand there, boy. I said put the food on the table.
I can't put the food on the table, Mr. Mannering, because I haven't got it.
You mean Shales left it behind?
Oh, no, sir. I brought it with me, all right. The food's in the boat, There was just one snag.
What's that?
The boat's gone.
All that lovely grub.
You didn't tie the boat up.
Of course I tied it up. There were two cables there, one big thick electric one and a thin one. I tied it to the thin one.
Why did you do that?
Well, I didn't want to touch the thick one, did I? I might get electricified.
Stupid boat. I expect you tied it to the telephone cable. Just as I thought. Dead as a doornail. We're marooned, completely cut off. No boat, no telephone, and no food.
Unfortunately, I still have some acid drops.
Sorry, Mr. Mandarin. Sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I'm very sorry, Mr. Fraser. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't... Well, I didn't...
Sorry, Mr. Godfrey.
What about?
Get back on duty, Godfrey.
Sir, I've got an idea. Listen, why don't we signal to the shore for help?
Yes, sir. Flash a light.
Ah, now that's a good idea. Hand me the torch, Wilson.
Well, I didn't bring a torch, sir.
You didn't bring a torch?
Well, no, you... Nobody suggested that I should bring a torch with me, sir.
I distinctly remember telling you to bring a torch. And I told you to get 2 spare number 8 batteries when you were changing our library.
Sir, I've got another idea. Listen, why don't we open and shut the window, this one, and then they'll see the light from the shore?
Ah, yes, excellent. You've not heard the last of this, Wilson.
Mr. Speaker, yes. I'd like to be volunteer to open and shut the windows so they can see the light from the shore.
No, I think Sergeant Wilson had better do this. Come over here, Sergeant. Now, we're going to do this in Morse code.
Well, I don't know anything about Morse code for a start.
Naturally. Now, you were in the Navy, Fraser. You understand the Morse code. How do you spell help?
Just a minute. H-E-L-P.
He doesn't know anything about it. He was only a cook.
What do you mean only a cook? I tell you, at the battle of Japan.
Yeah, all right, that'll do.
I know Morse code, sir. You want SOS.
Ah.
You go dot, 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 dash, 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 dot, dot, dot.
Right. Stand by the window.
That's all very well, sir, but how can you do dots and dashes with a window?
Oh, haven't you any imagination at all, Wilson? You open and shut the door at varying speeds.
Oh, I see what you mean, sir. I'm so sorry. Yes, of course, yes.
What was it again?
It's 3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 dots. You see, you go tick, 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 da, 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 tick, tick, tick.
I see. You got that?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you heard what he said. Go on,
right,
get on.
All right. Here we go. All right. Sit. Sit.
No, Mr. Wilson. You've done a dar instead of a dit. See, you're ditting when you should be darring.
Well, I can't help it. You see, it's broken. This thing's broken.
Get out of the way.
All right, well, you
I'll do
Well,
this.
let the officer do
Right.
Been chilly tonight. You're right. Still, you're all right with that new uniform of yours?
It's not bad, is it? I only got it this afternoon.
Yeah, it's not fair, you know. Why should you have one and not me?
Look, mate, I waited a whole year for this uniform, so don't come it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but yeah, look.
There's a light flashing over there. Look,
Oh, yeah.
Look, the end of the pier.
Here.
There he goes again.
That must be old man and his mob. They're out there on guard tonight.
The Home Guard.
Yeah.
Mannering.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have guessed.
Well,
I've got to get out there.
Yeah, but...
I've got to get out there, haven't I?
Yeah, I know,
He's done it on me, hasn't he? Look,
Yeah, but...
a boat. I've got to get a boat. We're going to
Listen, no, you'll never get there with all these little paddle boats, only for kids.
Look, I've got to get out there, haven't I?
I know, but
it's Mannering. He's persecuting me.
I know, but I'll give your hand, mate.
Come on, you get out of here. I don't care. I've got to get it out.
Hey, sir! They spotted us from ashore, look. There's an object coming out of the waters.
Oh, good. Won't be long now.
That's funny. I wonder what it is. Can I be making a lot of splashing?
Hey! Put that light out!
Oh, that's funny. It's disappeared.
Disappeared? It can't have. Can you see anything, Wilson?
Not a thing. It's very rather eerie, isn't it?
I was making such a noise a minute ago.
Permission to speak, sir? Perhaps it's a secret weapon.
Don't be daft, Jonesy. It's coming from ashore, isn't it? I mean, if it was a secret weapon, it wouldn't be coming at us from our own side, would it?
Well, perhaps that's the secret. What's that noise?
Mr. Mannering?
Yes?
Come up here quick. There's a thing coming up the ladder. Please, may I shoot it?
Certainly not. Leave it to me. As quiet as you can.
You stupid load of hooligans!
If I had my way, we would never...
My uniform! You ruined my new uniform. I only got it this afternoon.
Oh, do leave it. What's the matter? What are you grumbling at? I gave you my bottle of whiskey, didn't I?
Stop making such a fuss of him.
Oh, don't upset him, so he's the best bowler we've got on the cricket side.
That's right. All right, now gather round, men. I'm very sorry about the food. We just have to make the best of a bad job. Try and stick it out till morning. You better go and see how Godfrey's getting on outside, Walker.
Sir?
Mr. Mannering?
Yeah.
Come over here. Come on. Look at this. It's full of chocolate.
I say, that's a lucky stroke. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
I was going to break the glass in so that we could get the chocolates out, you see.
Break the glass?
Yes.
You lost your senses?
No, no.
We're not savages, you know. We're a well-trained British Army of sportsmen. We're not Nazis. That's the sort of thing that they'd do. We're going to get that chocolate. We're going to get it by fair means. I want somebody to volunteer to use that crane.
I'd like to volunteer to do the control of the crane.
Right you are, Corporal.
Right, thank you, sir.
I shall navigate.
Sir.
Now, you're going to need some pennies. Oh, dear. I haven't got any. What about you, Sergeant?
Well, I know I haven't got any, sir.
I haven't got any either.
I got a penny.
One isn't going to be much use to us, is it? What about you, Fraser?
You speak, sir?
You got any pennies?
Oh, I have, thank you, sir.
Well, hand them over!
Pennies,
Come on. It's for the good of the platoon. Right. Stand by, Jan.
Standing by, sir.
Left a little.
Left a little, sir.
Over to the right.
Over the right, sir.
Bit further to the right.
Bit further right, Captain.
Right. Start lowering.
Lowering, sir.
Lowering away.
Lowering away, sir.
Right.
Right,
Little
sir.
bit to the right.
Little bit right, sir.
There we go.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Here we go.
Right, sir. You get there, sir. All right, sir.
Right.
All right, sir. He's coming. He's coming. He's got it. He's got it, sir.
Let me have a try, come on.
No.
Now, that's my pennies, aren't they? Come on.
That's not fair, sir. I was controlling that,
Yeah,
sir.
all right. Right, go on, please. Left a little. Left a little further.
Listen, I can manage this thing all by myself. I don't want any interference, you understand? No interference.
As the days go slowly by.
Well, that's the last of the pennies.
Oh, no, not 1 and 6 gone, 18 pennies. 36
All right, don't make such a fuss about it.
But no, it wasn't your money, was it?
That'll do.
Sir, Godfrey was asleep on duty, so I shot him.
Good.
All right, what's going on here, then?
We're trying to get the chocolate out of that machine, Joe.
Oh, is that all? Here, hang on, stand back, come here. Yeah, that's it, right. Hang on. There we go, cop hold of that.
Can't do that.
Steal. They put 1 cent into the machine after there is a war on.
Oh, perfectly right. All right, you take the first one. It was your money, Fraser.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Right, hand them round. Here we go.
What about me, then?
Tuck in, men. Think some of this chocolate must be 2 years old. What's it like, Fraser?
No, not bad. Real hard, maybe, but not bad, not at all bad.
Ah, sir, this chocolate's all dummies, look.
It's cardboard.
Mine's all right.
dare you keep everybody awake like this? Shut up and go to sleep.
Don't you tell me to shut up!
So excitable, for heaven's sake. Now, don't upset him, sir. He's the best bowler we've got in the cricket 11. Now, please, now walk.
Get him into the hammock. Keep him covered up.
Get him close the rest up.
The trouble is, nobody loves me.
Oh, we do want you.
Just because I tell everybody to put their light out. I say put their light out. And put their light out.
What a very nasty little scene, sir.
What do you expect from a tradesman?
No moon tonight.
Learning. The tide's coming up a bit high. Blimey, what's that? I don't like the look of that thing. It's a big black round thing. What's that? Mr. Mandarin. Mr. Mandarin.
Carefully does it, Mavis.
Mandarin. Yes, Mandarin.
Oh, yes, Jones, what is it?
Permission to wake you up, sir.
What time is it?
It's 6:45, sir.
What's the matter?
Sir, there's something under the pier I do not like the look of. I wonder if you'd be good enough to follow me, sir, and I'll show you. Come this way, sir. Over here, sir.
Oh.
Yes, that's right, sir. It's down there. Now, look. You look down between these boards.
Some practical jokes at this time in the morning, Jones.
No, sir. It wasn't one of those, sir. Look down there, sir. Look, sir. What's that big black thing down there, sir?
Good heavens. It can't be. It is.
What, sir?
It's a mine. Right. Come on, quickly. No time to lose. Follow me.
Right, sir.
Grab a boat, hook on your way up.
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Wake the rest of the men up.
Right, sir. Don't panic! Don't panic! There's a mine under the pier! Don't panic! Get boat hooks and... Come on, show a leg, show a leg! Come on, follow me! Don't panic!
Right, men. Follow me quickly. Now, what are we going to do, Jones? Fend it off these girders. Otherwise, we'll all be blown sky high.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Push it off! Push it off!
I'm trying to, but the pole's too short.
Oh, come out of the way. Quickly, it's coming around this other way.
Hey, oh, come on, Al. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
Trying to stop this bomb from exploding.
Look, this is an ARP matter and I'm in charge.
Don't get out.
Come on. Give me that. Give me that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Come on. It's following him.
The magnetic mine. It's his tin hat that's doing it.
Get it off! Get it off!
Take your helmet off!
Look, sir. It's drifting out to sea.
Quick, up on deck. We've got to blow that thing up before it does any damage.
Hey, give us a hand up! Hey, wait for me!
Fraser, you take the Lewis gun. The rest of you, take aim.
What?
And in your own time, fire.
Look, sir! It's drifting towards the shore!
Stop talking, go on firing.
Sir, it's going towards the Novelty Rock Emporium.
Keep firing.
Now we run to the van, sir.
Stand.
Can't you even hit that?
Now look, I've had about enough of you. Clear out.
Stand well back.
By Jove, Wilson, you were right. He is a good bowler.
Does even better this whole time.
Really?
kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Try and keep still, Jones, will you? Now, tonight, Captain Mannering is going to be a little bit late, so he's asked me to take charge of the training program.
Well, can we fall out and have a bit of a smoke while we're waiting in, Sarge?
No, I'd rather you didn't, if you don't mind.
No, all right.
Tonight, Captain Mannering was going to do a little stalking. That is to say, how to creep up on an enemy sentry in the dark.
Here, you want to get old Taffy to do that? He's the biggest creeper of the lot.
Just try and settle down, would you please?
Come off, Joe. But it may interest you to know that I'm an expert stalker. In fact, at one time I was considered one of the finest stalkers in the Highlands.
You're quite a little chatterbox in the lowlands and all.
All right. Now, we want somebody to creep up on.
Mr. Speaker,
yes?
I should like to volunteer to be the person you creep up on.
Now, you're always volunteering, Jones. You know, I think we ought to get somebody else to take the enemy sentry's part.
Well, I should like that. I'd like to take the enemy sentry's part.
No, please, Jones, please. I think we ought to give some of the others a chance sometimes. Now, Godfrey, you can be the enemy sentry, right? Now, you'll need something to sit on.
Oh, I'd like to volunteer to be something you sit on.
No. Please. Now, would you go and get that chair from Mr. Mannering's office, Godfrey, please? Right, now, Fraser, you seem to know rather more about this than most of us, so perhaps you could, put us in the picture.
I'll do that, Sergeant. Now then, pay attention, everybody! Now then, you approach your quarry from behind, and you always keep downwind of him.
Why'd you do that, Mr. Fraser?
So he doesn't get your scent.
But, Jock, humans don't smell humans.
You're not standing where I am, mate.
A dirty once! Pay attention! Come, let's go. Now then, watch me, and I'll give you a demonstration. Stand back. Now, I'm creeping up on an enemy sentry at night. Now, you'll notice the way I lift my feet up and put them down very carefully. It's most important to watch where you're putting your feet.
Especially if you're walking through a field of cows.
Walker, please.
As I was saying, you have to be careful where you put your feet. You might step on a dry twig, and then snap, the enemy sentry would be at your throat in a minute.
Hey, what's your game? You gone raving mad or something?
It's all right, Joe. Just always remember, though, or to watch where you're putting your feet.
I will.
All right, Godfrey, thank you very much. Just bring it on, will you? Just put it down here. That's it. Now sit down. Now, I'd like somebody to volunteer to blindfold him.
I should like to do that. I'd like to blindfold Mr. Godfrey.
No need to get so fussed about it all.
Will you keep leaving me out of everything?
All right, but then just do it, will you? And having done it, just spin him round, will you?
Yeah, right, there we are.
This reminds me, when I was a child, a game I used to play with my sisters. It was called Putting the Tail on the Donkey, I think it was.
Yeah, I remember. That was a good game. They don't play games like that anymore. And do you remember Postman's Knock and Kiss in the Ring? And then we used to play sardines.
I don't think I like sardines.
He didn't like sardines.
No, it's all right. Thank you very much. Now, will you all spread out, please? And when I blow the whistle, I want you to all creep up on Godfrey and give him a little surprise. Now, Godfrey, if you hear anything, I want you to turn round, point your finger, and pretend to shoot. Okay? All right, I think you better have a try. Just spin round, will you? All right, there we go. All right?
Pop. Was that all right, Sergeant?
Well, no, it wasn't quite, but still, I suppose it'll have to do. Right, now, are you all ready now? Right? Here we go, then.
We've arrived, Mr. Godfrey.
Come on, Godfrey, come on, come along now.
Oh, dear, I must have dropped off. That's because I was in the dark. I've had rather a tiring day waiting at the clinic.
Yes, I'm sure you have, and I think perhaps you ought to try it all over again, and this time I'll be the sentry, all right? Come on.
I'll have the whistle.
Yes,
I'll
all
have
right,
the
well,
whistle.
just a minute, just you're strangling me.
Yes, all right.
All right.
I'll blindfold you.
Yes, but if you'll blindfold me, I'll be very grateful. I find that sort of thing very difficult to do on my own.
Thank you. There we go.
Now, is everybody ready?
Yes, ready, right.
All right, as quick as you can.
Ready, there we
Thank
are.
you.
Now then, Sergeant. Ready to go?
All right.
Right. Everybody ready?
Right.
Bang.
All right, Sergeant, I know I'm dead.
Lord, I'm so sorry, sir. I do beg your pardon. I thought you were the platoon.
Really? Didn't realise I was as heavy-footed as all that. I'd like to see you in the office, please, straight away. It's rather important.
All right, sir, I'll be there. Will you carry on, please, Jones?
Right. I will. Now, I'm taking the chair this time.
Hey.
Right.
Let's go and have a cup of tea. That's the best idea you've had tonight. Come on.
Right, everybody ready? Right, let's go.
Shut the door, Wilson, please.
Oh, sorry, sir, yes.
Will you just read this letter?
Yes, sir. Must address to you, sir.
I know it is. Read it.
It's from Godfrey, it's funny. Why should he be writing you a letter, sir?
We'll find out.
Dear sir, it is with much regret that I must tender to you my resignation. Owing to personal reasons, I feel that I can no longer remain as a member of the platoon. Therefore, I must ask you to accept my 2 weeks' notice as from the end of the week. I remain, dear sir, your obedient servant, Charles Godfrey. That's a pity. We're going to miss him.
What do you mean we're going to miss him? Can't just leave like that.
Well, I mean, I don't see we've got anything to stop him, sir. He's given you 2 weeks' notice.
This is war, Wilson, not Sainsbury's. Ask him to come in here and explain himself.
Right.
Just have a look at that rota. Monday, number 1 section, on patrol, gasworks, railway bridge, telephone exchange. 22:50, Godfrey puts on kettle. 22:58, Godfrey makes tea, ready for return of patrol at 2300 hours. Tuesday, number 3 section, patrol to Novelty Rock Emporium. Godfrey leaves here 23:30, arrives at Novelty Rock Emporium 23:50, makes tea, ready for arrival of patrol 2400 hours. Oh, no. I couldn't let him go. He's far too valuable.
You wanted to speak to me, sir?
Yes, I did, Godfrey. Sit down, will you, please?
Thank you.
Don't go, Wilson. I may need you.
Oh, right.
Now, Godfrey, what's the meaning of this letter?
I'm afraid it means that I've got to leave, sir.
You mean you're feeling a little too old for active service now?
No, not really.
What then?
Well, the other morning I got up a little earlier than usual. Mind you, I'm usually up about 7:30 because I make the early morning tea. And then I take a cup to my sisters. You know, until recently, we've had some very good tea from the Army Navy stores, but now it's so short ration that we have to put up with almost anything we can get.
I quite agree with you, my dear fellow. The stuff we're getting now is absolutely terrible. I mean, all those terrible little sort of fluffs of tea floating about at the top. It's really horrid, isn't it?
Do you mind?
I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Godfrey, what has this got to do with your leaving?
Oh, I'm just coming to that. Now, where was I?
I think you were just about to make the early morning tea.
Oh, yes. Well, I went to the larder to get the milk. And then I saw something that made me realize I just couldn't possibly carry on any longer.
What on earth was that?
A mouse.
Mouse?
Yes. You see, there was a great big pudding basin empty in the larder, and this mouse had fallen into it and was running round and round inside, trying to get out. Of course, I knew I ought to kill it because we were infested by mice. So I managed to grab hold of it, and then, as I held it in my hand, I felt its little heart beating under the fur, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
What did you do?
Well, I took it to the garden and let it go.
Godfrey, I'm still not clear as to what this has to do with your leaving the platoon.
But don't you see, sir, if I couldn't bring myself to kill that mouse, how could I possibly kill a German?
Well, you should have thought of that before you joined the Home Guard.
Yes, but when the Home Guard started, things were so desperate, I thought it'd be different to last time.
Well, things are still desperate, Godfrey. Nazis could invade us at any moment. We need every man we can lay our hands on. What do you mean, different from last time?
The last war, sir. You see, I was a conscientious objector.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You were what?
A conscientious objector.
A conscientious... You mean you didn't want to fight?
Well, not really, sir.
No. I can't believe this, Godfrey. I just can't believe it. I think you'd better go home.
Very good, sir. You mean you don't want me to do anything more for you tonight?
No, I don't think you'll just go.
Yes. I'm terribly sorry about this, Captain Mannering. I've enjoyed so much being with you all, and I can only hope that my service has given every satisfaction.
Get out.
So, don't you think, sir, you're being a little bit harsh?
Harsh? Harsh, Wilson?
Yes.
I find we've been harbouring a damn conch in our midst, and you say I'm being harsh?
Well, a man must follow his own inclination, sir.
Where would the country be if we all felt like that, eh? Okay. Supposing you just finished work at the bank.
Yes.
And you decided to go and have tea with Mrs. Pike. When you arrived there, you found some Nazi stormtrooper forcing his attentions on her. How would you feel then, eh?
Oh, really, sir?
Ah. That strikes home, doesn't it? That cuts to the bone.
That's rather an old-fashioned argument, don't you think, sir?
Say I'm old-fashioned. I can't stand cranks. Do you imagine a man not wanting to fight? It isn't normal.
Well, what are you going to do about him, sir?
You know what I'd like to do with him?
What's that?
I'd like to give him the Rogue's March.
Rogue's March?
Used to do that in the British Army, you know, years ago. If a man was a coward or brought disgrace on his regiment, they used to parade him in front of the men, take the gold braid from his hat, strip off his epaulets, tear down his medals, break his sword in half.
You'd hardly be able to do that to Godfrey, sir. He's only wearing a suit of denim.
Yes, all right. Get the men on parade.
Well, what are you going to say to them, sir?
I'm going to tell them the truth. I may not be able to tear his epaulets off physically, but by God, I can do it verbally.
I'm nobody's baby.
Hi, Jonesy, what's the idea of this parade, then? I mean, what's the big mystery?
All I know is Mr. Mannering said we've got to come on parade. I think he's going to make a special announcement or... Here. Where's Godfrey?
He went home about half an hour ago. As he was going out, I said, "Where are you going, Mr. Godfrey?" But he didn't answer. I think he had tears in his eyes.
Ah, he's as soft as a cream puff. If I was in Mannering's shoes, by God, I'd give him something to cry about.
Drop in the ears, everybody. All right, platoon. Come on, Jones. Platoon. 10, shot!
Steady it, ease. Now, pay attention. In the 14 months that we've been together, we've had to... In the 14 months that we've been together, we've had to put up with many trials and tribulations. What is it, Warden?
You're going to be long.
I don't know. I've got something important to say to the men. I don't... So I was saying, we've had to put up with many trials and tribulations.
What's Napoleon going on about then?
He's got something very important to say to the men.
Well, is he standing on a box?
Well, I don't know.
Is that the only way you can get the men to look up to him?
Yes, shh.
Long hours on duty.
Look, don't shush me, mate. I haven't got all day. I've been coming out here to ask you about the civil defence exercise on Saturday afternoon.
Just have to wait, that's all.
We'll soon see about that.
But always preparing for the constant threat of invasion, which is just across the channel. Now, we've always given of our services quite freely, not looking for any reward. Indeed, any reward which we may have could only come from some higher authority up above.
There was a brave old Scotchman at the Battle of Waterloo. The wind blew up his petticoats and showed his...
Mr. Fraser, have a nice patrol.
For your information, son, the word is Scotsman. Scotch is something you can drink. But for the life of me, I can't understand why you English are so obsessed with what we wear under the kilt.
Cool. Blimey, it's an half chilly out tonight.
Good old Pikey. I see you made some tea. There's a good boy.
Oh, listen to that wind. So,
Mind shot.
Good job you're not wearing your kilt, Taffy. Otherwise, you might feel a bit drafty around the
It's
old...
a good job you're not going to mention the word kilt again, Joe. Otherwise, you might feel a wee bit drafty up your nose with my fist
All
there.
right, sorry I spoke.
Yeah, that's it.
What did you put in this tea, Pikey?
Oh, don't you like it?
Well, it's not as good as what Mr. Godfrey makes.
Didn't mention that name to me, cold sakes. To think we've had a conch in our ranks all this time without knowing it.
What's going to happen to him, Mr. Jones?
Mr. Mandarin's going to keep him in platoon till he can make a replacement for him.
It's a disgrace. A downright disgrace.
My mum says men ought to be men. I heard her telling me Uncle Arthur that last night.
I don't know, I feel a bit sorry for the old boy. I reckon he's a nice old bloke. What do you reckon, Jonesy?
I don't know. I've been a soldier all my life. I don't know anything about conscience objections. Ours is not the reason why. Ours is but to do or die. I remember when I was on the northwest frontier.
Northwest frontier of where?
Golders Green.
Northwest frontier of India, my boy. India. We're surrounded by thousands of Pathans.
Oh, those black men with turbans.
No, not black. They're the same colour as you, Pikey.
Do you mean they're green?
No. On about. Anyway, they got cruel faces and hawk-like noses and cruel little beady eyes.
Hey, just like Taffy here.
Yeah. Come to think of it, old Taffy is a bit like a Pathan, isn't he?
Get here talking balderdash. I'm a Scotsman born and bred.
Yeah, maybe his old man had a bicycle.
Now, let me get on with it. Let me get on with it. Anyway, we're surrounded by thousands of Pathans.
Hey, Jonesy. Yeah? Are they the ones that don't like it up,
Oh, shut
Am I too late to make the tea?
I didn't think you were coming, Mr. Godfrey. I've already made it.
Suddenly there's an awfully queer smell around here. Come on, boys, it's time we're getting back in patrol.
I brought some upside-down cakes. My sister made them specially. Would anyone like it?
Mr. Very nice of you, Mr. No, thanks. I'm not very hungry, Mr. Godfrey.
Thank you very much, Mr. Godfrey. I'll have that one.
Come on.
What'd you do that for?
It's a blue world
Well, I shouldn't put any more rags on there, Bill. You know what an old fuss-pot Mannering is.
Here, hope this smoke test isn't too much for old Mr. Rogers.
Oh, don't you worry about that. They're dead keen. Besides, I should keep my eye on them. We don't want them coming out looking like a lot of kippers, do we? Oh, blimey, here comes Napoleon.
Halt! All right, just fall out, will you?
Afternoon, Mr. Hodges. Afternoon. We're ready for you. Thank you very much. Right, gather round. Now, this afternoon, we're going to do rescuing an unconscious person from a burning building. Now, this hut here is full of smoke. We've been burning damp rags on this stove here. The smoke goes through this pipe here into the hut here. Now, when you get inside the hut, you'll find a lot of sacks filled with straw. Now, these sacks represent the bodies. Now, when you get inside, you take hold of one of these and you go out through the flap on the other side here, take the body up the ladder and go over the wall.
Yeah, oi. What about all that smoke then? I mean, we're going to be suffocated.
Not if you do it properly, you won't. I'll just show you. Right.
Let us pray.
You trying to be funny?
Quiet, Walker.
Right, now what you do is this. You get your nose flat on the floor like so. There we are. Closing your mouth. Now, is that quite clear? Whatever you do, do not take your nose off the floor. And you go along like this.
You can tell by the shape of his nose he's been practicing.
But, Mr. Spixer,
Yes?
supposing your nose is longer than 2 inches.
For your information, Corporal, my nose is not longer than 2 inches.
He didn't mean your nose. I mean, not your actual nose. He was talking about a sort of a hypothetical nose.
Oh, no, I didn't mean Mr. Mannering got one of those. No, I didn't mean that, did I? No.
What was it
Yes,
then?
sir. Well, I don't know what he meant by that.
Mr. Hodges?
Yes?
Is the floor of the hut made out of wood?
Yes, it is. Why?
Well, my mum would object bitterly if I were to push my nose along the floor and get a splinter in it.
Damn sissy.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, lad. No, don't think anything more of it. If you like, I'll put a bloody carpet down for you!
Well, Warden, you swear at my men.
Well, enough to make anybody swear. Here am I trying to give a serious lecture and all they can do is argue about the shape of their noses. You don't realise how lucky you are to be allowed to go through a smoke-filled hut. A lot of people give the right arm just to go through a smoke-filled hut.
Get on.
Now, this is a very dangerous operation, so please watch very carefully. My colleague here will go round to the other side of the hut and count you off as you come through. If one of you don't appear, I shall nip in quick and get you out, OK?
Right, round the other side, then.
That's very nice.
Right, off you go, Bill, and don't forget, there's 17 to come through.
Righto, Mr. Rogers.
I shall go through first. Yep. Not asking my men to do anything that I can't do.
Do you think that's wise, sir?
Wilson, just get the rest of the platoon ready to come through.
All right, yeah.
Number 1 coming through, Bill!
Righto, Mr. Rogers.
For Mr. Speak, Sergeant, can I be the next one to go through that smoky hole?
Yes, off you go, Jonesy.
Right,
Do as you
thank you,
can.
sir.
There you are.
Yep.
There you are.
Permission to apologise, sir.
Just what do you mean by coming back? You've ruined all my counting.
Never mind that. There's not enough smoke in there.
Cancel that first one. Billy's come back again. Hooligans.
Corporal,
Sir,
start leading the men through.
right, sir. Go on, then. Follow me.
What do you think you're doing? You're putting all those on you. Maniac, you'll asphyxiate them.
A job's worth doing. It's worth doing well.
How'd they go in there?
Oh, all right, Mr.
Coming through. Right, come on, Zed. That's it, come on. Come on, good. Lummy, come on, you'll have to do it quicker than that. That's it. Right, up you go, lad. That's it, what we got coming through here?
What's your game?
What are you going back for?
Well, I forgot my little straw man. Just a minute. Yeah. Never tangle with an old butcher.
Oh, what are you playing at?
I've got a splinter in my darn nose.
Oh, get over that, laddie, you Scots laddie. Go on. Go on, and you. Come on, come on. Lot of sissies, go on.
That's
5
more to go, Mr. Hodges.
5 more to go.
Here, there's much more smoke in there than usual.
Well, of course, it's that Captain Mannering, the raving maniac. He's putting more rags on the stove. Right, come on now, hurry up.
Would you do me a favour?
What's that?
Just clear out.
That's very nice, isn't it?
Right, through you go, Pike. You next, Walker. Put that cigarette out. No smoking in there. Godfrey, you're not going to get out of this one.
I'm not trying to get out of it, sir.
Jolly well like to, wouldn't you? Off you go. Remember, I'll be right behind you. None of your damn conchy tricks here.
Oh, blum, it's that one with the scarf. Come on, young'un.
Where to now?
Over the ladder. Come on, up the wall there. Come on, you. Come. Oh, blimey. That's only 2 more to come, isn't it?
That's right, Mr. Hodges.
You go over the wall now. I'll stop here, all right?
Right, you are.
OK. What we got here, then? Oh, he looks like Ben Gunn. One more, Grandpa. That's it, all right. Where's Captain Mannering?
He's just behind me.
Oh, well, he's fireproof. He's all right. Look, I tell you what. I'm going over the wall now. You wait there for the captain, all right? Right.
You all right, Captain Mannering? Mr. Hodges, Captain Mannering hasn't come through yet. Mr. Hodges. All right, Captain Mannering, I'm coming.
Yes, he'll be as right as rain in a day or two, Miss Godfrey. See that he gets plenty of rest.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. Will it be all right for Mr. Mannering to come in now?
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Goodbye.
Thank you,
so
Doctor.
much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. My brother will see you now, Mr. Mannering.
Thank you.
Godfrey,
Feeling better?
very much better.
There's some nice strengthening sweetbreads for you, Mr. Godfrey.
Very kind of you.
I brought you a bottle of whiskey, son.
Oh. Where's your £1/4 of tea?
From the Army and Navy?
No, I got it from a mate of mine in the Air Force.
Well, sir, aren't you going to thank him for saving your life?
Yes, of course I am.
Give the officer a bit of room.
Move back
a bit. Have a bit of back of room.
That's better.
Well, Godfrey, I may have said 1 or 2 harsh things to you in the past. I'd just like you to know that deep down, we're all very, very... What's that photograph of you in uniform?
Oh, that was the last war, sir.
Just a minute. You're wearing the military medal.
Yes, that's right.
But you told us that you were that you were a conscientious objector.
Oh, so I was.
Well, how could you win the MM?
Well, he volunteered to join the medical corps. And during the Battle of the Somme, he went out into no man's land under heavy fire and saved several lives.
Oh, no, it wasn't as heavy as all that, you
Yes.
Well, I'm sure we're all very sorry to set upon you in very strong judgment, Mr. Godfrey.
Speaking for myself, I never doubted you for a single minute.
Perhaps Godfrey could be our future medical orderly.
What a good idea, Wilson.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Well, from now on, you're appointed to be medical orderly to the platoon. Take up your duties as soon as you feel fit. Huh?
Thank you very much.
No, I mustn't tire him anymore. Off you go.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
My mum.
All right, I'll
Get along, quick as you can now.
All right.
Goodbye.
One thing I still don't understand, Godfrey.
Oh, what's that?
Why have you never worn your medals?
Well, it seemed rather ostentatious.
Ostentatious? Well, if I'd won the MM, I should have been so proud that I would have worn it. on my chest for the whole world to see.
But that would have been all right, sir, because you look like a hero.
Well, it just shows, sir, you can't always go by appearances.
No.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Now, pay attention, men. This war has now been in progress for 18 months. And it's becoming increasingly clear that Jerry is feeling the pinch. True, he's thrown us out of Greece, and he's thrown us out of Crete. But in both these cases, it was by using parachute troops. Now, there's no doubt about it, gentlemen. 1941 will go down in history as the year that the parachute revolutionized military strategy. Mind you, I saw all this coming a long time ago, but nobody listened to me. I can remember as far back as 1936. My wife and I were on holiday at Bognor Regis, and I went up for a 5-shilling trip in a biplane, Sir Alan Cobham's Flying Circus. And we were soaring through the clouds, wind blowing in my face. I looked down, and suddenly the idea came to me in a flash. Parachute troops. So, I went straight back to the boarding house, to the hotel where we were staying, and I wrote a long letter to the War Office explaining the whole thing. And believe it or not, gentlemen, they didn't even bother to reply. Like our great leader, Winston Churchill, I was a voice crying in the wilderness, "Wake up, England!" Or was that Gilly Potter? However, the boot, of course, now is on the other foot, and I'm in a position where my ideas are no longer ignored. Well, at least in Warmington-on-Sea. I've no doubt you're wondering where all this is leading.
If he doesn't hurry up, it'll lead to us not getting a drink.
Blather, 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 blather.
What do you say, Fraser?
I'm just thinking. Very profound, sir. Very profound thinking indeed.
Thank you very much, Fraser. Now, I've received a memo here from GHQ, a copy of which has been sent to all Home Guard units, and I'm going to read it to you. To all ranks of the Home Guard. In order to create alarm and confusion, the enemy has recently been dropping numerous empty parachutes in the southern counties. In future, all parachutes found must be reported at once to GHQ.
But Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Gordon.
well, supposing one of our British lads, he jumped out of his aeroplane wearing his parachute, and having landed on the ground, he divests himself of same, and then walks away. And then we're marching along, a bit nonchalant, and then one of us despises it and might gesticulate towards it, you see. Now, we do not know if it is his. You know, because he walked away previous. What we want to know is, how do we know it's a British parachute or an un one?
Very good question.
Yes, beautifully phrased.
Well, it so happens, Jones, that the answer to your question is here in this memo.
Oh, thank you very much.
Our parachutes are pure white. Nazi parachutes are a dirty off-white. Creamy colour. As one might have expected, of course. Well, there's your answer. If it's not white, it's not one of ours.
Thank you, sir.
Now, it's my considered opinion that there's more in this memo than at first meets the eye. As you know, Rudolf Hess was dropped into this country by parachute some 6 weeks ago. Since when, we've heard nothing. But it's quite obvious to me that the rats are leaving the sinking ship. And for all we know, many other Nazi leaders may have been dropped into the country.
Mr. Mainwaring?
Yes?
That new commissionaire down at the cinema looks awfully like Herr Hitler.
All right. Settle down. That may sound absurd, but that's exactly the sort of thing that we should check against. Wilson? Yes. Next time we go to the pictures, ask to see that man's identity card.
Come on, sir. Even if we do find an empty parachute, by the time we report to HQ, whoever was at the other end of it could be miles away. Why shouldn't we use a track? Our dogs, or a good dog could smell the parachute and lead us direct to whoever came down in it.
Yes, that's an excellent idea, Felix. The only thing is I don't know whether any of us has a dog.
Yeah, I think I know where I can lay my hands on a dog, sir.
Is he a smeller?
Hey?
Can you pick up a scent?
Yeah, anything you like. Is it fierce? Yeah, anything you like.
Well, when can we have this dog here?
Well, I don't know, sometime tomorrow night.
Good, right. Right, well, let's settle. That's all then. It's Mr. Mann, son.
Aye, sir. Right, platoon. Attention. All right, dismiss.
Time for a drink, Joe?
Yeah, look, I want to have a word with Captain Mainwaring, and I'll see you down there in a minute, all right?
Yes?
Can I have a word with you, sir?
Yes, certainly, Walker. What do you think?
It's a little bit intimate.
Well, I think I'll go if you don't mind, sir.
No, don't go, Wilson.
Oh.
You might be able to give some advice.
Right.
You don't mind if Sergeant...
No.
Intimate, eh? Well, Walker, I hope that in addition to being your commanding officer, I'm also your friend. What is it?
Well,
Well, come on. Is it a woman?
Hey?
Is it a woman?
I think I will go if you don't mind, sir.
No, it's not a woman, no. No, it's not a woman, no, it's a parachute. I found one.
Oh, is that all? When? When did you find this?
About 2 weeks ago in the woods.
Why didn't you report it?
Well, I mean, I didn't know anything about it. You've only just told us.
Well, you should have done something about it.
Well, I did do something about it.
What did you do?
I had it made up into 8 dozen pairs.
8 dozen pairs... 8 dozen pairs of what?
8 dozen pairs of ladies' knickers.
Ladies' knickers? Yeah. Ladies' knickers? Here we are, fighting for our lives, our backs to the wall, rations cut to the bone, sleepless nights, the whole Nazi war machine poised just across the channel, and you have a parachute made into 8 pairs of ladies' knickers?
I do wish you'd stop using that word, sir.
All right, bloomers.
Well, I mean, I wasn't. I mean, after all, I mean, it was just lying there on the ground, wasn't it? I mean, nobody wants an empty parachute, do they? I thought to myself, all that lovely silk going to waste.
All right. Was it one of ours or one of theirs?
Eh?
Our parachutes are white. Nazi parachutes are cream. Was it white or was it cream?
I don't remember.
Well, go and get a pair and find out.
No, I can't do that, because I sold them all down on my stall in the market last Saturday. Here, they went like hot cakes.
Well, there must be some odd bits of material lying about. Go and get some of those.
You know, but I can't do that. You see, I gave this fella the old parachute to make up for me.
Well, go and find him.
Well, no, that'd be a bit dodgy, because he moves around a bit. You know what I mean? He's...
Now, look. We've got to get our hands on a pair of these ladies' under things. We've got to find out whether they're white or whether they're cream.
Yes, sir. If Walker's made up 8 dozen pairs of this, lingerie...
This what?
Lingerie. I mean, there must be plenty of people who bought them.
Yes, that's good thinking, Wilson.
Thank you.
Yes, there must be plenty about. Now, look here, Walker. You come to the bank tomorrow afternoon, after we've closed, and we'll make some inquiries. We'll find out whether they're white or whether they're cream. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Now, just leave this to me. We shouldn't have any trouble here. Everybody knows me in Warmington-on-Sea. Goes without saying that as bank manager, I command a great deal of respect. Good afternoon, sir.
We don't want any.
Perhaps we'd better try the next house.
You know you don't want to give up as easy as that, Mr. Mannering. Here, come on, let me try. Now, you've got to be persistent, you know what I mean? I mean, you've got to use the old technique. Foot in a door, you know? Yeah, I'll show you. Ah, good day, sir. Oh, this should be a pushover. Good day, sir. I believe your missus has got a pair of my pants.
You're old tricks again, are you, eh?
No, Jim, you got me all wrong.
I'll teach you, my girl. I'll teach you.
Yes. I think we'll move on. That was very quick. Good afternoon, madam. I'm sure you know me. I'm Mr. Mannering, the manager of the Swallow Bank. We're here on a rather delicate mission, but it's quite official. I wish to see your underwear. I'm nervous to ascertain whether it's white or cream. Now, there's a perfectly simple explanation for this. You see, it was hanging down.
How dare you?
All right, listen. You better try the next one.
Do you think that's wise, sir?
Oh, get on with it, man. Well, nobody's going to bite you.
Oh, can't be too sure, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, the fact is,
Yes?
I'd,
Get on with it,
What? Yes, of course. I was just wondering if I could possibly, if you wouldn't mind, if I just was to...
Certainly. Come on in, won't you?
Well, thank you very much.
Just him.
Excuse me, sir. I won't be a moment. Here, Mr. Mannering. Have you noticed the extraordinary influence that Mr. Wilson seems to have over women?
I'm getting rather tired of Wilson's sordid little peccadillos, Walker. Discuss them here. They bore me.
Sorry I spoke.
Well, thank you, and good day.
You're welcome. Did you have him?
Well, were they white or were they cream?
Oh, no. Actually, they were blue.
Surely we're bound to have some luck here.
Well, I don't think there's anyone at home, sir.
Hang on, I'll have a look through the letterbox. Hello? There's a little boy standing in the hall. Hey, little boy, is your mummy at home? He's all alone in the house.
That's no good, is it?
You know, hang on, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Hey, little boy, come here. I want to ask you something. Yeah, now, look, put your ear down against the letterbox. Will you go upstairs, have a look in your mother's bedroom?
Don't like the look of this, Wilson. You never know what Walker's up to.
That's all right, I fixed it.
That's them, Warden.
Oh, it's you, is it? I might have guessed. I've had complaints you've been knocking at doors asking funny questions.
He ought to be put away.
Clear off and go home.
I've read about people like him in the news of the world.
All right, come on, what's your game?
I can assure you, Warden, there's a perfectly innocent explanation for all this.
No, sir.
All I see is the welcome in me while I'm walking through my...
Now, I want you to imagine you're marching along, and suddenly you're attacked by enemy gunfire. Now, what do?
Kneel down.
No, you don't kneel down to anything silly like that. You don't know. You fall flat on your face. Now then, whatever happens, as soon as you're attacked by enemy gunfire, you've got to remember 4 very important things. First, down, crawl, observe, and fire. Have you got that? Right. So, I'm marching along, aren't I? I'm marching along like this. I'm marching along. Now, you've got to be the Nazi machine gunner, Pikey. As soon as I march round the corner, let me have it, all right?
Mr.
All the
Jones.
rest of you boys, you've got to go rat-a-tat and back him up with machine gun fire, right? Right, so I'm marching along, a lovely sunny day, the birds are singing...
Shall I make the bird noises?
No. No, we won't bother with the bird noises.
They're
It'll be all
rather
right.
good at bird noises.
Yeah, right. Now I'm marching along...
So you keep saying, Jones, you get on with, man.
Yeah, all right, don't give us a chance, Right, I'm marching along...
It's no use waving your hand, you're dead.
I'm not dead, I haven't marched round the corner yet. You've got to wait till I march round the corner. Right now, I'm marching along, and I'm coming round the corner now, let me have Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that, but I didn't do that the normal manner. I done that in slow motion.
What's the difference?
Now look, you see, you take the rest of my body is resting on my right arm, and my rifle is sticking up in the air.
Is that 'cause I don't like it up 'em?
No, don't try and be funny. Now, right, so that's the down part. So now here comes the crawl, right? A crawl, now down, crawl, a crawl. Up, observe, and fire, bang.
Mr. Jones.
Bang, fire,
Mr. Jones.
fire. What is it? What's up, Pikey?
But why'd you waste all that time crawling away from where you fell down before you fire?
That's a very good question, and there's a very simple answer to that. See, as soon as you got down, the enemy had been watching the spot where you got down. On the other hand, if you crawled away and started to fire before you crawled away from the spot where you got down, the enemy would know where you were, and as they're already watching the spot where you got down. If, however, you crawl away and then start firing after you crawled away in another spot apart from the spot where you got down, the enemy would be most surprised, because they're still watching the spot where you got down, and not the spot where you walked away previous. Who got that?
Up to where you said it was simple, yes.
Right. Well, go and fetch Mr. Mannering, and we're going to show him everything I taught you. Right, boys? Right, rat-a-tat-tat, down! Down! Right, crawl! Observe! It's all right, Pike, I can help myself up, Mr. What have you got here?
There he is. What do you think of him?
Well, he's certainly a smeller, Joe.
Oh, don't be cheeky. That's a tracking dog Mr. Mannering asked me to get. Oh, hello, Mr. Mannering. There we are, one tracking dog, as ordered.
Oh, well, it's a very nice animal. You managed to get hold of any of those,
No, not a single pair.
In that case, I don't think we're ever going to know whether they were white or cream.
Look, we've got to find out whether they were... Anyway, let's not discuss it now. Let's
Yes.
have a look at this dog.
Yes.
Well, he looks all right, but you sure he has the stamina to track over miles and miles of country?
Of course, he's got stamina. He can go on for days. Full of life.
Yes. Well, I think the best thing with him is try him out under actual combat conditions, don't you?
Right, so, yes.
Soon find out whether it's a tracker or not. Now, we shall need somebody to be a Nazi paratrooper so that the dog can get the scent.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to be a Nazi paratrooper so the dog can get my scent.
Oh, you don't need a dog for that.
All right, Walker. Now, look, take the dog out and the rest of the platoon. And as soon as Jones has laid the scent, I'll blow a whistle and you come back in. All right?
Right, sir.
Righto. Off you go.
Oi.
You manage. Well...
It's awfully relaxed, isn't it?
Well, let's hope he turns out to be a good tracker. It might be quite an asset to the platoon.
Yes, it is, yes.
Now, Walker, you're the Nazi paratrooper.
Right, sir, right, sir.
Just a minute. What do you think he'd better be? Do you think he'd be a Nazi war leader or a spy or a saboteur?
I think he'd better be a saboteur, sir. I mean, if it was a Nazi leader coming to give himself up, I mean, he'd hardly be running away, would he?
No. Well, that's very good thinking, Wilson.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. Now, you better be... You better be a saboteur, you see?
Right,
now, you've been dropped by parachute, and you're going to blow up a key position.
Right, sir.
Right?
Right, sir.
Right, take off your blouse.
What for, sir?
So that you can lay a trail for the scent for the dog.
Oh, I see. Right, sir. Right, sir.
Yes.
Yes, now I'm pretending to be a saboteur, am I now, sir?
That's right.
Right, and I've got to do it right away now. Right,
Carry
sir.
on now.
Right, sir, right. Oh, so this is Wilmington-on-Sea. Ha ha. Yes. I think I'll blow up the key position. I think I'll blow up the bank. Yes.
I'd make that the town hall.
Yes. I think I'll make that the town hall. Right. I better nick off before someone spots me. Here we go. Hi. There we are, sir. I made the smell.
I've laid a scent.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you very much.
Right, here we go then.
Come on, come on.
Right, there's the parachute.
Right.
See if the dog can take the scent up. Right. Another stick.
Smell.
That's it.
Oh, go on. Go on, go on.
Let's go. Out of the way, out of the way.
Get on, go. It's going up the tower steps. Come on, boys, quick. Pull it.
Is that all right?
It's a dancer. Yes. I wish you wouldn't startle me like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, but how much longer are you going to be? You haven't forgotten it's our tete-a-tete supper tonight, have you?
Potato supper?
Tete-a-tete supper, Mr. Mannering. You see, tonight is the anniversary of when we first met. We always have a little tete-a-tete supper every year. And I don't want it being ruined by him being late.
Now, Mavis, please, please.
Now, look, Mrs. Pike. I cannot have your domestic affairs interfering with the running of my platoon.
Oh, here we are.
Go on, do this.
I'll throw down the town hall, sir. Watch out. Throw down the town hall.
Oh, for goodness. Here! Mr. Mannering, I've just remembered. I sold the last pair to Mrs. Pike. It was a British parachute, look!
I do think you might have told us, Wilson.
Watch the birdie, come on and give it all you got. Watch the birdie, just look around and pick the spot and hold it.
Blimey.
Excuse, please.
Not now, mate. Can't you see I'm busy?
I wish please to know the way to Downs End Woods.
Where?
Downs End Wood. You see, it's marked here on the map.
Oh, yes. It's about a mile over there in that direction. Can't miss it. Ruddy thing.
Follow me! At the double!
Here, Godfrey, cop hold of that. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, lady. There we go.
Hold him red-handed, right? Keep him covered, men. Yes, sir. Out you come with your hands up. Oh, still got plenty of fight in him, has he? Grab him. All right, let's see what we've caught. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Get out your bayonet.
Yes, sir, right, sir.
Right, slit it open.
I'll slit him open all right, sir.
Hey,
I'll
Mr.
get
Jones.
Right.
You ruddy hooligans!
Hey, Mr. Mannering, look what the dog's doing.
I do believe he's picking up the scent. Yes, he's got it. Come on, men.
Come back!
Right, we've got him. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Tell him to come out with his hands up.
Oi! Come see out with Fancy Hook! He's not German, he's Chinese.
Mr. Mannering.
Yes, what is it?
Are you looking for a man with a German accent?
Of course I'm looking for a man with a German accent.
Well, one came up to me while I was getting that parachute out the trees.
That was his parachute, you fool.
He asked me the way to Downs End Woods.
Downs End Woods? Come on. Hand me the glasses, Wilson.
Right.
Can any of you men see anything?
No, sir, that's Downsend Wood.
Look, sir! There's somebody up that tree. Look.
That's him, all right.
I think all these trees are confusing him, sir.
There he goes. Come on.
Look, Mr. Mannering, he must have been a saboteur. He's blown the building up.
Don't be absurd. That was bombed in an air raid last year.
Oh, that's why we didn't hear the bang.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Come on.
He's got inside, sir.
Right. House drill, men. Get rid of the dog.
Mr. Mannering, I'll wait round the corner if you don't mind.
Right, Walker. Right, come on, again.
You're not going to get it, do you understand? You're not going to get it. I've waited years for this. I've schemed and I've planned. I'm not going to give it up now.
Look, he's got a bomb.
No.
Oh, blimey.
No, not to me.
Now, don't panic! Don't panic! Here.
This is not a bomb. It's too late. It's an egg.
Give it to me. It's mine.
Well, aren't you a German saboteur?
No. I'm a Viennese ornithologist.
A bird watcher, sir.
Right. I read in one of the papers that a golden oriole had been spotted in these woods. It's a very, very rare bird. All my life I've wanted one of the eggs. I was determined to get one.
You should have come to me.
Why did you run away like that?
What's a protected bird? It's against the law to take the eggs.
Good Lord, man. You might have been shot out of hand.
Hence the expression, a bird in the hand worth two in the bush.
Where is the commandant? Why do you keep running away? I have been trying to give myself up.
kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, But he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Are the men ready for the Fieldcraft lecture, Wilson?
Oh, yes, sir. They're fallen in.
Right. March them over to the recreation ground, will you? I'll join you there later.
Right, yes.
Did you get the permission from the town clerk?
Oh, yes, but he would like us to keep away from the children's swings and the Donald Duck sandpit.
He'll soon change his tune when he hears the tramp of Nazi jackboots pounding over his bowling greens.
Yes. And by the sir, Jones and Pike are outside waiting for you to inspect their rifles again.
Yeah.
And also Fraser with his Lewis gun.
Yes, right. Wheel them in.
All right, sir, right. Would you kindly step this way, please?
Oh, Wilson, bark it out. Bark it out.
Right, now, would you kindly step this way, please?
Right. About.
All right, Pike, come on, let's have a look at it.
I've polished most of the marks off, Mr. Mannering.
Oh, yes, that's very much better. Now, I want you to bear in mind, Pike, always that this is a precision instrument. And I want you to promise me that you'll never again let your mother clean it with a bath brick. Right.
I promise.
Corporal. I'm surprised at you, Corporal, letting your rifle get into the state that this was in.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I cleaned it with some mutton cloth, you see, sir, and I think a little bit of mutton got left in it, sir.
There's no excuse for the bit of sausage skin that got stuck in the magazine.
Right, thanks, sir. I shan't take it in the shop no more, sir.
No, very wise.
Thanks, sir.
Fraser.
Well, thank goodness I know how to clean that thing again for 3 weeks.
That is not the right attitude to adopt. You should consider it an honour and a privilege to clean this Lewis gun.
If it was a privilege, we'd never get a look in. You and the sergeant would be doing it all the time.
Hello, hello. The butterfly spring seems to be missing from this, Fraser.
Eh?
Where is it?
Oh, so it is. I must have left it in my workshop.
Your workshop?
I took the gun home to clean up the bits on my polisher.
Now look here, Fraser. In the first place, you've no business to take any equipment off these premises. In the second place, that gun is totally useless without the butterfly spring. If a Nazi stormtrooper came through that door now, you could do nothing with that but hit him with it.
Mr. Speak, sir.
Yes?
If Fraser hit him with it, wouldn't half make his eyes water.
So I'm not taking any chances on that. Summerson, march the men down to the recreation ground, will you? And we shall be calling at Fraser's place on the way.
Oh, how nice.
This is Marie Dancer.
Bring the gun in, Jones. We'll reassemble it here.
Sorry.
That's funny.
What's funny?
The box is gone.
What box?
The box I put the gun parts in.
Yes, now, look. Now, keep quite calm, Fraser, and tell me exactly what you did.
Well, I polished up the parts on this.
Yes.
I put them in the box here. I put the lid on the box to stop it getting dirty while I sanded down that box there.
Yes, what sort of a box was the one that was here?
Just a box, like this one here.
I'm not interested in that one there. I want to know what one was like here.
Well, it looked like this one here.
Good heavens.
What an extraordinary thing to collect.
I'm not collecting them. I'll make them.
I'm so sorry, Fraser. I had no idea.
It's a skill I have in my hands. I learned it as a wee boy.
You told me you're a fisherman in the Hebrides.
Oh, that I was. But it's a wild and lonely place, is the Isle of Mingley. You have to do everything for yourself.
Even this?
Aye, this, and dentistry. The one told us Guy Wheel for both jobs.
The point is, where is it now?
Mr. Drury will have taken it.
Look, every second that gun is out of action, our homes are in jeopardy. Now, come on, round to Drury's place at the double.
Yeah, right, sir, right, sir.
I'm so sorry. Mr. Drury will be round right away. Oh, please don't apologize, Mrs. Parkinson. There was no need to make a reservation. We are quite accustomed to dealing with these matters as they arise.
Good evening, Miss Baker.
Good evening. What brings you here?
I wish to see Mr. Drury on a matter of the utmost urgency.
Oh, dear. Don't tell me it's poor Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I heard that. He always was a money-grubbing old cuss. I'll come when I called and not before.
All right, all right.
Well, excuse me, sir, I don't think you really need me here anymore, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing, sir, nothing at all. I mean, why do you ask?
Well, shall we say you don't seem your usual laughing self?
Well, I think the whole situation is just a little bizarre.
I don't see why.
Well, I mean...
We come into a funeral parlour to ask the undertaker if we can look inside one of his coffins to find a spare part for a Lewis gun.
Yes. Well, I suppose it could happen to anyone.
Sorry, I can't stop. I
can't
do it.
Mr. Drury, just a moment. Mr. Drury, get out.
Walker! Follow that undertaker.
He was in a hurry, wasn't he?
Wait a minute, Jonesy. Miss B. Do you mind that Mr. Drury ordered a box from me on Wednesday?
I remember it quite distinctly.
Well, I'm not quite satisfied with the finish of it. Do you think I might just examine it, please?
Well, I'm afraid it's gone. It was for Mr. Horace Blewett.
Horace? Old Horace Blewett? He was only in my shop last Wednesday. I gave him 2 books worth of Best End and Neck.
And now he's passed away.
He never even had this week's ration.
I'd dear little like to pay my last respects, Mum. I think he'll be in the chapel of rest, eh?
No, he's still at home. You see, his brother wanted him to rest in peace tonight on the dining room table.
A beautiful thought. Well, Mum, I won't bother you any longer. Come on, Jonesy.
21 Marigold Avenue.
On the dining room table.
What?
Captain Mannering, do you think you can excuse Jonesy and me from a Fieldcraft lecture? You see, I think we ought to go and maybe pay our last respects, sir.
Yes. All right, under the circumstances, you're excused.
You keep the brother talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right. Come on.
Perhaps you'll come through here, Mr. Jones.
In my calling, Mr. Blewett, I'm no stranger to sorrow, but if I'd known that this box was for my dear and trusted friend, tears would have mingled with the varnish.
I didn't think you knew him.
Oh, intimately?
Think of that, Sidney. He was only standing in my shop on Wednesday, and I served him with 2 books worth of Best End and Neck.
Yeah, he come home here, he put the shopping down on the table and unwrapped that very piece of meat that you just served him with.
You never know, do you?
No, you never do. And do you know what the very last words he said?
No, what were they?
He stood there where Mr. Fraser's standing now with the meat in his hand. Look at that, he says. All bloody bones. And the very next second he was gone.
Well, you've got to have a bit of bone with Best End and Neck, haven't you?
But it was all bone, there wasn't a scrap of meat.
As if a sheep hadn't got any bones in its neck, its head would wallop about.
You've got to have some meat after all.
Yes, well, there was plenty of meat there.
There's plenty of gristle.
Yeah, there was plenty of meat and all.
If there had been meat, poor old Horace would still be with us. It was the shock.
You're as good as saying I'd done him in.
No, I'm not. I'm only saying it was all bone and gristle.
That's done it. You've insulted me now, Sidney. I'm going. Come on, Jock.
By the way, Jonesy, by the way, I have a few more respects to pay.
Come along. I'm not staying here. I've been insulted. I'm not going to be insulted like that by Sidney.
You old fool! Do you not mind what we come for?
No, I don't mind. Oh, well, it's too late now anyway.
Yon man will have me shot at dawn.
Captain Rogers? Oh, Mannering here. I was wondering what the position is regarding the... No, Captain Mannering, Home Guard. I was wondering what the position is about Lewis Guns... Warmington-on-Sea, Home Guard. I was wondering what the position is about Lewis gun spares. What have you got in stock? What all? Oh. Rather what we expected, wasn't it? No, it's just a routine inquiry, that's all right. Thank you. Not a single nut.
Mr. Speak, sir. Perhaps we can get this piece made by some skilled person, sir.
Look here, Walker, you've got a friend, haven't you, who's pretty good at metal work?
What do you mean, Albert?
That's right, Albert, yes. Doesn't he make spare parts for things?
Yeah, but he's on holiday at the moment.
Oh.
When will he be back?
Yeah, well, he might be sometime. He was caught making a spare part for a safe.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Fraser would like to apologise for having mislaid such a valuable piece of military equipment.
Yes, well, let it be a vital lesson, 'twas all. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, a horse was lost. For want of a horse, the battle was lost.
Hence the expression, keep your hair on.
Precisely. We're not going to be beaten. We're going to find a way around this. Now, I don't quite see what that's got to do with it, Joe.
Come to think of it, neither do I, sir.
Anyway, this gun has got to be put into action as quickly as possible. Now, Jones, get the rest of your section, and I'll outline the plan of campaign.
Very good, sir.
Right.
Pleasant as the morning and refreshing as the rain. Isn't it a pity that you're such a scatterbrain when you smile?
I know what part you've got to play.
Yes. I go to the end of the terrace, and if anybody approaches, I signal.
Right. Off you go.
What is the signal?
Make it a cuckoo whistle.
A cuckoo whistle?
Yes, a cuckoo whistle.
How do you do that, for goodness sake?
It's perfectly simple.
Is it?
Cup your hands together, blow through your thumbs, like this. Here, hold this, I'll show you. Cup your hands together like that.
Yes.
Blow through there,
Yes.
makes noise like a cuckoo.
Oh, I see.
Blimey, if you two are cold, I can sell you a pair of gloves, 12 and 6 a pair. Virgin wool, that's from the sheep that can run faster than...
All right. If you can't make a noise like a cuckoo, you better cough.
All right, yes.
Right, off you go.
Right.
You got the torch?
Yeah, oh, Wilson, shut the torch.
What is it? The torch. Well, you've got the torch. When you did all the signalling, you gave me that little flash.
I just gave you the torch, no? I gave you the torch and I was showing you how to make a noise like a cuckoo.
Not about it like this. I mean, no, please. Upsets me, that kind of thing.
Go on, get it. Right, go to work.
Let's have a look.
Can you do it?
It's an open invitation.
Yeah. I'll hold the light while you work.
Yeah, look, hang on. Look, do you mind looking the other way? Because I promised the fellow that showed me how to do this that I wouldn't pass it on.
I see. Honour among thieves, eh?
No, he was a copper.
Well done.
That's it.
Good. Now, Godfrey, you know what you've got to do?
Yes, I have to watch at the back. If the light goes on in Mr. Blewett's room, then I have to sound the alarm.
Right, off you go. At the double. Off you go. Now, Pike.
I go straight to the bottom of the stairs and I keep Cavey there.
Right, off you go.
Shh. I saw William Powell do this once in a film called Raffles.
Oh, never mind that.
No, it wasn't. It was Errol Flynn.
As a matter of fact, it was Ronald Coleman. Now, get inside.
Lance Corporal Jones and Private...
Lance Corporal Jones and Private Fraser reporting for your flash.
Right. Do you know what to do?
Yes. I will hold the torch while Private Fraser does the looking, or if it be so necessary, I will do the lifting while Private Fraser does the ferreting.
Here, take the torch and
Yes,
go.
right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shh. Yeah, I was supposed to go first.
Well, why don't you wake up your ideas?
I was wake up enough not to drop that thing in the coffin and leave it there, wasn't I?
Shut your gub, you old brothers.
Mess about.
It's not my fault, it's Fraser's. Always
Stop talking.
Yeah. Last.
What was that?
I dropped the torch, sir.
Oh, pick it up.
I picked it up, sir.
Give me some of this. It's bust.
It's bust.
Shh.
Oh.
Down.
If you look in my overcoat pocket...
Excuse me, sir.
What the devil is it?
I'm sorry, sir. I just came back to explain that I wasn't actually signalling. I just had a rather nasty little tickle in the throat.
Back to your post.
Well, when I signal again, I'll just blow my nose, you see.
Yes, it's a very good idea.
So much simpler.
Go on, get off.
Where's the marches?
It's a lighter, 25 bob.
Ah, you skinny.
You nearly pushed my teeth down my throat then.
Ja, come on, stop blethering.
Over here. The candles. Right. That's right. I don't like this, Mr. Fraser. I don't like it at all.
It's a wicked, wicked business.
Yes.
But it's got to be done, son.
Yes,
The captain will have to know about this. Captain.
Have you got it?
Bad news, sir.
What's the matter?
They've screwed him down.
They've screwed him down, sir.
Excuse me, sir, it's all clear at the back. I wonder if you could spare me for a few minutes.
Certainly not. Look, we need a screwdriver.
Well, I normally carry one on me, but I flogged it to old Godfrey here to tighten up his roller skates.
Is it for improvise? Anybody got a knife?
Well, I have a fruit knife. I don't know if that would
Here,
help.
I'll hand it over.
It's rather a nice one with a mother pearl handle. My Aunt Lavinia gave it to me when I was 12.
Hold up. Hold up the candles, Jonesy.
I am holding them up.
Well, keep them steady, for God's sake.
They're taking far too long. We should have got that spring and we should have been away from here by now.
Sir.
Come on, what?
The blasted knife's broken in half. It's no good.
Japanese rubbish. Go and get Pike's scout knife.
Aye, sir.
All right.
The knife's broken.
I know it.
Such a pity. I shall miss it so much on picnics.
Yes, get back to your post.
This your scout knife. What do you want it for? To unscrew the coffin.
I'm not having you do that with my knife.
Frank, don't be difficult. Don't be
Me
difficult.
mum will have a fit if she finds out.
Well, Jonesy, bring the candle over
Yes,
here.
I'm coming.
Come on, sir.
You stay there and keep guard. Go on.
It's working. It's working. All right. It's coming.
I'll hold it.
It's loose now.
Yeah, good.
She's it.
Right.
It's ready.
This light's come on upstairs.
All right, don't panic. Come on, quick. It's coming, it's Mr. Blewett.
Give me a...
Don't... What's that?
Hey, Blue's up. Blue's coming.
Mr. Manring, quick. Now, don't panic, Mr. Manring.
Come
don't
on,
panic.
come on.
All right. Don't panic, sir. Don't panic, sir.
Wait for me, you rotten lot.
Anyone there? Is there anyone there?
There's a knife come out the back. I think the gentleman... Oh, good evening.
It's awful. My poor old brother Horace has got a screw loose.
Oh, dear me, you know. They say there's one in most families.
Why did my heart go boom?
Right, we're all here. Jones, Fraser, Walker. Where's Godfrey?
I think he had to run all the way home, sir.
Well, I suppose in the general confusion you still didn't manage to retrieve the spring.
No, sorry, sir. Sorry.
No. Well, tonight, no doubt, Goering will loose his deadly weapons on us again, and our machine gun is useless. A Junkers 88 could go up and down this promenade all night at 50 feet, picking us off one by one. we couldn't lift a finger to stop him.
We're not allowed to fire enemy aircraft anyway.
That's not the point.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Fraser, he's trying to say that he's very sorry, you see.
I've got a tongue in my head. I don't need you to speak for me.
Just let it be a lesson to all of us.
Yeah. For the want of a battle, the horse was nailed.
Here, listen, sir. Why don't we go back later and have another go?
We can't do that now. There's an air raid. Come on. Keep your post as quick as you can.
Will Mr. Fraser be court-martialed, sir?
It's quite a possibility.
Oh, what? The funeral's the warrant. What chance have I got finding it?
Yes, what chance indeed, Fraser.
Never you mind, Mr. Fraser. We've got Mr. Manring to look after us. He's our inspiration in time of need. I tell you what, even now I expect there's an ingenious plan forming in his brain.
I shall always smiling in my tent.
It seems a rather desperate thing to do, sir.
It may not be necessary. Fraser's been officiating at the funeral all the morning. He may have managed to retrieve the spring.
Well, how will we know?
He's going to signal to me.
Ah.
Here they come. Hand me those glasses. No, it's no good. Walker, Pike, put up that notice and don't let anybody in.
I'm sure there must be some law against this, sir.
Now keep your eye on me.
Right.
If they're reluctant to go, run over. Tell them the bomb is ticking.
Yeah, then what do we do, sir?
We wait until dark. Then it's up to Fraser. He's the one who'll get court-martialed.
Hey, your uncle, there is a law against grave robbery. It's called habeas corpus.
Oh, thank you.
Today I feel so happy, so happy. I don't know why I'm happy. I only know I am. I've got no horses, therefore I go out and care for high camp and I go down. Now I'm walking on air, never a care. Something is making me like little bird in spring. Today I feel so happy, so I don't know why I'm happy. I only know I
Well, do what the captain said, and I might well see you tonight.
Oh, working on next Sunday's sermon, sir?
Just making a few notes. Where are you off to with that spade, Mr. Yateman?
St. Matthew's Church.
Have they disposed of the bomb?
Well, I'm going whether they have or not, sir. I couldn't sleep tonight unless I'd done something about poor old Mr. Blewett. He needs filling in.
I'm sure it could wait until tomorrow.
But it might rain, sir, and that would be an abomination in the sight of the Lord.
I can't help feeling it'd be rather more of an abomination if you were blown all over the churchyard.
Don't you worry, sir. I'll be all right.
Well, go if you must. I must say you're a much braver man than I am, Mr. Yateman.
Well, there's all sorts of courage, sir. I don't know how you have the nerve to get up and give those sermons every Sunday.
I'm not going down there, and that's that.
I'm sorry to hear that, son. I'd go down myself when my shoulder's playing up. I was dependent on you. You're young and strong.
I'm not strong. I've got no muscles. You feel no muscles at all.
I'm too potty to go down there. That's Mr. Walker would oblige.
Yeah, Joe, you're always telling us you've got muscles.
Oh, yeah, I know I've got muscles, mate. I ain't got no guts, though. Oh, God, that's me. Hey, Jonesy, you'll volunteer, won't you?
What, to go down there?
Yeah. You'll not do it. He never volunteers unless Captain Mannering's watching.
That's a very hurtful thing to say. I'm not a bit like that. Very well, I will volunteer to do this grisly thing.
Tell Captain Mannering after.
Listen, if it wasn't for my age, I'd punch your head in. As it is, I'm giving you formal notice. I shall not honour your meat coupons.
Hey, listen. Don't stand here arguing all night. Here, take the screwdriver. Down you get, Jonesy. Give him an hand, Pikey. All right, down you get, son. Come on.
All right.
Hang on to me so I don't get...
Don't worry. You wait. Hold on. Give him the
Jonesy, what do you care?
Well, I take back what I said. You're doing this for me. I had no call to insult you, son.
All right, I accept your apology.
Jonesy. Hey, mate, here's a shovel.
All right.
I think someone's approaching.
Hey, blimey, he's right. I can see him. Get him. Come on. Let him go. It's too late. Jonesy, listen, you stay down there, and we'll go and hide behind the gravestones till he's gone. Stay there, mate.
I
I assure you, Verger, that none of my men would be a party to such a childish prank. And I speak not only as their commanding officer, but as a lifelong student of human nature.
But I recognise them running off. There was that tall, rude Scots one, the mummy's boy, Grandad, and the clever Dick one.
I tell you that they've been in the hall all night doing weapon maintenance.
All right, then. Send for them.
All right. Godfrey? Pike? Fraser? Who was the other one?
The clever Dick one.
And Walker? Come in here quickly. You satisfied, Verger?
Why are they all out of breath?
We've been doing PT.
Aye. Press-ups. What? He's been doing press-ups?
Little tiny weeny ones.
There's something very fishy to me. And I think there's another one as well. Yes, there was another one as well, down below.
I've had an unearthly experience.
What did I say?
You're very late, Corporal Jones. Where have you been?
I've been digging for victory, sir.
I've been digging for victory.
Who digs for victory at night?
I do.
There's evil doings afoot and the vicar must be informed. I wouldn't be surprised if you find yourselves embroiled with the bishop.
Well, I hope you're all satisfied with our night's work.
You know, sir, I felt all along it was going to end up like this.
Fraser?
Aye.
I explained to you what you were undertaking when you went into this venture. It was quite out of the question that I could join in such a harebrained scheme. And now you've been found out, I'm afraid you're going to have to take the consequences. Grave robbing is a very serious matter.
I don't think it's any more serious than housebreaking.
Oh, I don't mind that. You realise, of course, that I'm going to have to report this to GHQ, and you're going to get into trouble for putting a Lewis gun out of action.
Oh, don't look so miserable, Fraser. Here, I'll have a fag, mate.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
There you go. Have a fag, son.
2468, please.
I said it would happen, you know, sir.
Oh, do be quiet, please.
Oh, anyone got a light?
Oh, I have got one, Joe. Here.
Captain Mannering here. Can I speak to Captain Rogers, please? Mannering. Warmington-on-Sea Home Guard, yes.
Look! Blimey, the butterfly spring!
It must have been in my pocket the whole time.
Really? Fraser, it's very careless of you.
Captain Rogers, I've got something rather serious to report. One of my men has missed... Well, deal with that, Wilson.
What? I don't quite understand. Have you an account with us, sir?
kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Oh, Mr. Mannering, I'm afraid it looks as if you've been left holding the baby.
Yes, it does indeed. You don't mind if I set this Lewis gun up while we talk, do you?
No, not at all.
No. It's my first job every morning. In case of a sudden attack, you know.
Oh, right. Now, to return to the problem of the late Mr. Johnson. As you know, he had...
Excuse me a moment. Just excuse me a moment. Pike.
Sir?
Tell Carter Pattersons to move their van, will you? The horse is blocking our line of fire. Sorry about that, Mr.
the problem of the late Mr. Johnson.
Aye.
As you know, he had no relatives.
No. Ah, Wilson. This is my chief clerk, Mr. Wilson. He's dealing with Mr. Johnson's affairs.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Now, the point is this. When Mr. Johnson died, the only possessions he had in the world were the clothes that he stood up in and his boat, the Naughty Jane.
Right.
It will have to be sold, of course, but that may not be easy. After all, not many people want to buy a boat in wartime.
Yes, quite. And there's another little problem as well. You see, unfortunately, his account was overdrawn. Wait a minute. There it is, to the extent of £33.12
Ah, Yes, well, in that case, of course, the boat becomes the property of the bank and can be sold to offset this overdraft.
Yes, quite. Well, perhaps you could put an advertisement in the local paper and just simply say that this boat is for sale.
Yes, do that, will you, Wilson?
Right, sir.
Well, I'll be off now, Mr. Mannering. I'll leave you my account just in case you do manage to sell the boat and there's any money over when you've paid off the overdraft.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I'll see you. Good day to you.
Good day.
See you.
Oh, you'll want that, won't you, Wilson?
Oh, yes, yes.
Particulars of the rowing boat. 15 feet long, 5-foot beam, 4 oars, seaworthy condition, blah, blah.
Yes, well, that's not going to be very much good, is it? I mean, we can't go rowing about in the sea in wartime.
It isn't actually on the sea. It's about a mile upstream on the river.
Oh.
Anybody can go and look at it if they want to. Now, look here, I think we'd better get down to this, Wait a minute. I've had an idea.
Now, be careful, sir. Please, be careful.
River patrols. That's it, Wilson. River patrols. Half a dozen determined men, armed to the teeth with a boat. They could play havoc with the Nazis if they got a foothold. What? Do you see it? Swift, silent patrols, hitting the enemy where it hurts most, then disappearing into the night, quietly without a sound, silently, cutting through the water. Muffled oars, of course.
Muffled oars?
Oh, yes. That's how General Wolfe captured Quebec, you know.
Oh, really?
He rowed up the St. Lawrence with muffled oars. Taught those froggies a thing or two.
Yes, what exactly are muffled oars?
Well, we'd ask somebody about that.
Oh, yes, we're on duty 5 nights a week from the Novelty Rock Emporium to Godfrey's Cottage, the railway bridge, the gasworks, the telephone exchange, mobile patrols in Jones's van. I mean, really, isn't it? I mean, it's too much.
Do I detect a slight lack of enthusiasm in your...
Well, you must have some rest, sir.
I realise that. I don't want to try the thing out. Now, look here, today's Friday. The next parade's on Sunday morning, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll try this boat out immediately after tea this afternoon.
Right, sir.
I shall want 6 volunteers. Detail Pike, Desmond, Fraser, Jones, Walker, and Godfrey. Get a message to them today.
All right, sir.
All right.
Do that.
Well, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen, for coming at such short notice. And I'd also like to propose a vote of thanks to Sergeant Wilson here for mocking up this very good boat for us. Very good, Sergeant. Shows great imagination.
Thank you very much, sir. As a matter of fact, my nanny taught me how to do that years ago when I was in the nursery.
Did she? Just take your place, will you? Well, now, I want to work out some sort of drill, you see, with this mock-up, so that we know exactly what we're doing when we get on the river with the actual boat. After all, there may be people watching. We don't want to make fools of ourselves in public, do we?
No, we don't want to, but with him in charge, what choice have we got?
Now, you may or may not believe this, gentlemen, but this time yesterday, I knew absolutely nothing at all about boats. I was a nautical virgin, as you might say. So I knew there's only one person who could possibly give me any help, Miss Beckwith. So I went round to her, told her all about it, and she gave me a little handbook called How to Handle Your Oars, which I understand is issued to the Sea Scouts. And now I think I can safely say that I've at least mastered the basic points of boatmanship. And I'm sure if I go wrong, Fraser will be only too glad to put me right.
Aye, I will that.
Yes. Well,
I got well excited. I was playing bowls.
Oh, that's a good omen. So was Drake.
What they're doing?
Yes, they're sitting in a boat. Just take your place, will you? Forward.
Forward.
What do you say?
The word is forward.
Oh, yes, forward. Forward, of course, yes. Let's get these things right. Now, Fraser will be steering, so he will be the coxswain.
Coxswain.
The coxswain, yes, yes. And I shall sit next to him here.
Aft.
On the aft. Oh. And, of course, I shall be in overall charge. Now, come on, move your legs, boy. Right, now the oars. Pass round the oars, Pike.
Mr. Speak, sir. I'd like to volunteer to be in charge of the oars, please, sir.
I've just detailed Pike to do that.
Yes, sir, but I was a bit disappointed. I thought you were going to let me be the coxswain, sir. Right, thank you very much, sir. Right, I'll bring the oars up now. Here are, boys. Here's the oars. Right, here we are. Here's the oars.
I want you to hold the oars vertically, do you see, with the blades in the air. That's it. Not quite so high, Pike. Down a bit. Bring it down, boy. That's right. Balance it on your thwart. Now, when I give the order ship oars, I want you to lower them down into the
Rowlocks.
Ah, yes. Lower them down into the rowlocks. Go on, now do it. Go on. Put them down. Now, basically, we'll give you the command, catch. And upon that, you sink the blades into the water. On the command, pull, you pull. When he says up, you up. And when he says feather, you... Well, let's just try that, shall we?
Please back, boys. Now, catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull.
Hold it a moment. Corporal. Corporal Jones. You're not keeping up with the others.
He may not be keeping up with the others, but here I've given the floor a good clean.
Now, when I want to hold the boat quite still, I give the command, hold water. You got that? Hold water.
Oh, excuse me, sir. If there was any rowing, I could do a little if it was needed.
Oh. Thank you, Godfrey. I think we'll carry on as we are at the moment, thank you. Right, come on, let's have another go.
Catch, pull, up, catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull, up, feather.
Excellent, men.
Catch, pull, up, feather.
Good idea of mine, Fraser, to have a practice beforehand.
It was indeed, sir.
Quite a few people watching us from the bank, Wilson. I think we're making a good impression.
Oh, yes, sir, yes. Awfully good, sir.
Keep it up, son, keep it up! Yes, come on, Pike, keep it up. Throwing the whole stroke out.
Can't help it, Mr. Mannering. I feel sick.
Nonsense. Calm as a mill pond.
Still feel sick.
Hold water. This is no time to be feeling sick. Showing us up in front of the public.
I can't help it, Mr. Mannering.
You'd better get down to the bottom of the boat. Don't want anybody to see us. There's only one thing for it. I shall have to take your place.
You think that's wise?
Here's an excellent opportunity for you to observe the correct procedure for walking about on a boat.
Catch, pull, up, feather, catch, pull,
Captain
up,
Mannering.
feather.
Permission to stop catching up and pulling and feathering, sir. It's getting a bit foggy, you know, sir.
Nonsense. Only a bit of sea mist. Believe me, I know this stretch of water like the back of my hand. We're just going to row down to the mouth of the river and then turn back.
You know, sir, it's getting awfully thick, you know. I mean, I can hardly see to read.
Blimey, and half coming up, sir.
Oh, all right. Turn the boat round, Fraser. Right.
You! Stop rowing. You two only. Catch! Pull! Up, feather. Catch! Pull! Up, feather. Catch! Pull! All together. Up, feather. Catch! Pull! That's got it.
You sure you've turned this boat round?
Of course I've turned it round.
Can you see the bank, Wilson?
I can't even see you.
Look here. You better come up here and relieve me, so that I can concentrate on the navigation.
All right, sir. Let's go.
Pike! Pike, get in the bottom of the boat.
Go on,
Come on, get in the boat.
Don't.
Come on, boy.
Oh, hang on. All right, be here in a minute.
It's all right, Frank. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know you were there.
Right, I'll take over the steering now.
But you don't know anything about it, rudder.
Let me be the best judge of that.
Do you think that's wise?
But I want your opinions. I'll ask for them. Right, now all pull together. Come. Pull! Pull! Put your back into it, Wilson. Come on.
My best.
Have it dark pretty soon. Won't be able to see anything at all.
Not exactly crystal clear at the moment.
That'll do. Right. Pull! Pull! Right, rest on your oars, men. Well, thank goodness this mist has lifted. Should be well upstream by now. Can you see the bank, Fraser?
I'm having nothing to do with this. I'll wash my hands of the whole affair.
You don't need to sulk about it.
Arthur.
Now, what is it, Frank? What?
I don't know, I feel awful. Can I have a glass of water?
Oh, don't be absurd. I haven't got a glass of water.
Here, hang on, son. I'll get you a drop of water. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh, no, Joe. Mum won't let me drink river water. It's full of germs.
Here, listen. Do you want a drink or don't you? There you go.
Right.
I can't drink that. It's all salty.
What?
Salt?
What?
Salt? Hang on. Blimey, it is. It's salt.
Here, if it's salt, we're at sea.
We're at sea! No panic! No panic! Sit down. Thought you were supposed to be a sailor, Fraser. Nice mess you got us into, haven't you?
And you should have took over the steering, you remember?
All right, that'll do. Now be quiet, everybody, while I think of what to do.
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes?
Why don't we all shout help?
Yes, that might not be a bad idea.
Perhaps you want to make ahoy, sir. You see, it sounds a little bit more urgent.
Yes, perfectly right. All right, we'll all shout together then. Here we go.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Ahoy!
Ahoy! I don't think anyone heard us, sir.
Look here, sir. If we could find the north and then row towards it, at least it would take us back to the shore.
Yes. Yes, that's good thinking. Where's the north, Fraser?
Why ask me? You're the one that knows it all. Take another look at the back of your hand.
Yeah. Fraser, I think I'm being extremely childish about this. Now, anybody got any suggestions as to how we find the north?
Moss grows on the north sides of trees, if that helps.
It doesn't, Godfrey.
Sir, if you point the hour hand of your watch towards the sun and halve that between 12 o'clock, that points towards the south.
Happens to be dark, Corporal.
Perhaps we might point it towards the moon.
No. Different thing altogether.
No, you've got to have the sun. We used to find our way by that in the Sudan, you know. Got a lot of sun out there. Except at night, of course, we didn't get a lot of sun that night.
Well, perhaps we can find the North Star. I mean, that might be a help.
Oh, you need the Great Bear for that. That's the Great Bear. That's a group of stars that is made like a milk saucepan. It's like in that shape. And then opposite the handle, see that all the stars, they point towards the north. So if it was a real milk saucepan, that'd be the part where you pour the milk out.
Hence the expression, the Milky Way.
Oh. Walker. I've rebuked you many times in the past, passing stupid remarks. I'm very glad to see that the gravity of this situation has not killed your lively sense of Cockney humour. Chaps like you are the backbone of England.
Yeah, well, I was only trying to keep people cheerful, wasn't I?
Nicely. Very comforting to know that in a crisis like this, we're all sticking together so well.
Captain Mannering, I'd like to apologise. What you just said made me realise I've been behaved very badly.
Thank you, Fraser. Now perhaps you'll tell us where the north is.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't bloody well know. You think I'll be sitting in this boat with you gang of stupid Sassenachs if I knew the way?
What about the stars?
Ah, it's too much cloud.
Mr. Speaker, if you get a piece of cotton with a needle on the end and you hang it on top of your palm of your hand, that will swing towards the north.
You silly old duffer, that's for pregnant women. Tell whether they're going to have a boy or a girl.
Yeah, it's good for that and all.
How do you do?
Uncle Arthur,
What is this?
I read a story in Hotspur once about a group of men who were adrift for days and days in an open boat.
Oh.
In the end, they got so hungry they had to eat one of them. They had to draw lots to find out which one.
Who lost?
The captain.
You stupid boy.
I don't think I'd like to eat Mr. Mannering, Uncle Arthur. I know him too well.
Oh, don't be upset. This is silly, Frank. Say.
Uncle Arthur,
What is it?
do you think I'll go blind?
What are you talking about?
Well, they say if you do it, you'll go blind.
Do what?
Drink seawater.
You don't go blind drinking seawater. You just go mad instead.
Do you think I'll go mad?
Oh, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Well, the ancient mariner did.
Yes, well, he drank rather more than you did.
What sort of time is it, Wilson?
But, I'll just sit up a bit. It's rather difficult down here. It's 5 o'clock.
Is it? Yeah. All right. Pay attention, men. It'll be light soon.
Steady.
We're to be spotted by a boat.
Yeah. What happens if we're not spotted?
We're only in the English Channel, you know, Walker. There are plenty of boats about.
Well, suppose it's a German boat, sir.
Not any of that sort of talk here, Wilson. There are no German boats in the English Channel.
Mr. Speaker, I can hear voices that are not us from over there. Here they are again, sir.
By Jove, you're right. Oh, we can't be too far from the shore after all. Look, let's all shout together. Ahoy.
Excuse me, do you think that's wise?
Please, Wilson.
But it just occurred to me, sir, that if we started to shout now, you know, they might mistake us for being Germans, you see, and they might shoot at us.
Yes, that's good thinking, Sergeant. Now, I tell you what we'll do. We'll row in very, very quietly, and when we get well inshore, we'll all shout together so that they'll know we're British.
Mr. Speaker,
yes?
Why don't we muffle our rollicks so they won't be able to hear them clanking?
Very good idea, Joseph. Did you find out about all that, sir?
Well, I'm...
Here. Why don't we use our forage caps? That should do the trick.
There you are, sir. There it is. That's how it's done.
All right. Take your places. Well done, men. We made it. Now listen. When I say go, I want us all to shout together as loud as we can. Ahoy there! We're British. We got it?
Sir.
Yeah, right, stand by.
I don't think we're in England.
Just
channel.
Don't you think perhaps you ought to surrender? After all, we are armed and in uniform. I don't think the Germans are going to like this very much.
Got to pretend that I never heard that remark.
It's just the only sensible thing to do. I mean, we can't possibly take on the entire German army.
Yes, sir. Can't we shove off again now? Then we'll get back without being seen.
No, that's no good, Walker. It'll be light again soon. We'll be spotted at once out on the open water, but caught like rats in a trap. There's only one thing to do. We must creep ashore and hide until it's dark again. And start taking off your boots. Keep as close into the wall as you can.
Captain Manning, sir.
What is it, Coffin?
Do you think I might be excused?
Certainly.
We've an awful long time in that boat, sir.
Should have taken advantage of it, shouldn't you?
Stop. They'll spot us if we stay here much longer, sir. My feet are killing me.
Look, there's a railway siding over there.
We'll go and hide in one of the trucks.
Come on. Quick as you can. Right, men. Get into one of these trucks.
Give us a light, mate.
Oh, sure.
Tom. Blimey, listen to that racket. Been going on all night. Some party, eh?
They certainly know how to celebrate, those French-Canadian pilots.
What's it in aid of, then?
Well, their squadron shot down its 50th Nazi plane.
Oh.
So they've hired the room over the pub for the night.
It's a wonder nobody's complained.
Well, who's going to complain after what they've done?
Oh, you're right there, mate. Well, good luck to them.
Come on, son. Here you go.
Right. Everybody here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Shut the door. Right. Stop putting your boots on.
And what you going to do next? That's the trouble.
We're going to hide up here until it gets dark again, and then we're going to go and try and find the boat.
Hey, hang on. It's only just turned light. That means we're going to be here for the whole day.
That's right.
We shall starve, Mr. Manring.
No, we shan't. Won't do any harm at all to go without food for an hour or two. You eat too much as it is. All right, now settle down, best you can. Let's get what rest we can.
The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter.
Mr. Manring.
There. What is it?
Permission to worry you, sir.
What is it called?
It's going diddle-dum, diddle-dum, diddle-dum.
What's it?
I'm saying it's moving, it's moving.
What?
Yes. Look.
Good heavens. We're in the heart of the country. I can see treetops. Good heavens. We must be in the middle of France.
Don't panic! We're in France! Don't panic! In the middle of France! In the middle of France!
Be quiet.
Don't do that.
Yes, sir? Better immobilize our weapons at once. We don't want them to fall into enemy hands. Walker, open that door just a few inches.
Right.
Now take all your bolts out of your rifles.
And then, son!
Throw them out through the door. Take the butterfly spring out of that and lose it.
Son.
Looks as if we're going to have to surrender after all, sir.
Surrender? Of course we don't. What we're going to do is drop off one by one and make our way back to the coast.
Oh, I see. Hey, wait a minute. We can't do that, sir. I mean, in these uniforms, they'd spot us in a minute.
No, they wouldn't. Start taking your blouses off.
Eh?
We've all got civilian shirts on underneath. You just roll up your tunics, tuck them under your shirts.
Do you think that's wise?
Oh, just get on with it, Wilson.
We should get shot as spies, sir.
Oh, no, you won't. Keep your forage caps in your pockets. If the worst comes to the worst, put them on and put the tunics back on. Leave you me, they won't be able to touch you.
Oh, Mr. Manring, you're our inspiration, sir. What would we do without you?
Wouldn't have been this bloody awful mess to start with.
All right, now line up. Go on. Line up along here. Come in.
We're in a very tricky spot. But the situation isn't hopeless. Now, what we're going to do is this. Every time the train stops, we're going to drop off, one by one, make our way back to the coast. From then on, it's up to every man to get across the channel the best way he can. Just before we part, I want to say thank you to you all and wish you good luck. Desmond. Chin up, chin up. Bye, Walker.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck, Fraser.
Cheery, bye, sir.
Don't worry, Godfrey. You stick with me. I'll get you home.
Bye, Mr. Manrinter.
Bye, Corporal. Well, Wilson, this is it.
All right, sir, that's all right. There's no need to overdo it.
Right, the train stop. Corporal, you're the first.
Right.
Walker, open that door.
Hang on. Oh, wait a minute, sir. You're still wearing your hat.
Hang on, it's a bit stiff.
Right. Shut it. We've stopped at the station.
I do hope that man didn't see us.
Of course he saw us. Don't be absurd. To try and bluff our way out of it. What's the French for what is this station?
Qu'est-ce que c'est la gare? Qu'est-ce que c'est la gare?
Right.
C'est la gare.
Bonjour, monsieur. Qu'est-ce que c'est la gare?
Eh?
Qu'est-ce que c'est la gare?
Oh, La Gare Eastbourne, actually. Why are you speaking French?
Because we're British. What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for the 12:30 to Warmington-on-Sea.
Oh, well, that's wonderful, sir. In that case, we can wait with him and all go back in time for lunch.
We're not getting on any train, Wilson. We're going back along that track to pick up those rifle bolts.
Oh.
Start getting dressed.